What is this? Are you watching the game? Oh, I was gonna ask you to come close the door, but that's okay. Come and close the door for me, but that's okay. Close the office door. Hey, Pinky. Pinky, I ate a nice big salad. Hey, Trisha. Hey, June. Hey, Christy V. Yes, I did. I ate a nice big salad. I had several fruit. I'm gonna drink me some moringa tea because I gotta come up off these potassium pills they're giving me. Pete's Black Goddess for because these potassium pills, woo, they make me feel weird. Like I don't take any. Thank you, Trisha. I don't take any medicine or any aspirin or anything. So. Shantae says hi, everybody. You can take that and put that in the trash. I'm done with that. What you say? Did you say rock? Yeah. You get on my nerve, y'all. She is crazy. Pinky Lee said banana. I don't like bananas, but I will eat a plantain. I just don't like bananas, and I know Trisha said, "Hey, no, get him out of here. Bye, boss. Bye, baby." Y'all, he is distracting. Okay. All right. They said, "Hey, babe." Hey y'all, I wanted to answer some questions for everybody because I know, hey Kyla, Trisha says I look colorful. Yeah, I feel very vibrant. I went to the emergency room. Trisha says you have to eat a banana. I am. I'm gonna go ahead and eat one. I went to the ER. What was this Sunday? It was very empty. I feel like I was the only person there. I was the only person in the waiting room. I was the only person when they took me back to examine me or whatever, draw my blood and everything. But because it was urgent care, we have Kaiser. Because it was urgent care, I did go in there with two people. One guy was getting some antibiotics. I was listening. I was like, let me ear hustle and see what these folks got going on up in here. But one guy was getting some antibiotics, and this other woman had a really bad headache. So I'm assuming it was like COVID related. So I came home, I did my Psalms, and I took colloidal silver like I was crazy, which probably lowered my potassium level back down. But I was like, okay. So they did all this blood work and all of this stuff. And I just had all these labs ran a little bit ago. So everything was normal except my potassium. And the reason I went was because my leg was cramping up really, really bad. And Pinky Lee, so when I eat a banana, I get really, it feels like my sinuses are just litty. And I start doing a whole bunch of like nose clearing because bananas are really good for potassium. They are, but they do have a lot of mucusy kind of, whatever or whatever. So I love a good plantain though. So I'm gonna eat a plantain as a late night snack. Okay. But my leg was hurting, and that's what happens when my sodium potassium pump gets low. It's happened to me 3 times in my life. Once when I was 19 and I took birth control pills right after I had my son, like a week of birth control pills, and I could not walk. My legs cramped up, and my kid's dad had to carry me up the stairs. And also outside of that, it happened to me. It's been since I was with my wife. Maybe 2 years ago, I went to the ER because my leg was hurting. So for me, my potassium level gets low, my leg is hurting. But good news, though, I had a fibroid, and I was talking to the Zoom ladies about it, and it shrank because they did. I guess whenever you go to the ER now, complaining about certain things like your leg and stuff, they want to make sure you don't have any blood clots because I guess that's one of the COVID symptoms that a lot of people experience. So they put me in the CT machine, and they did my whole lower body. And I don't have any blood clots or anything, but I eat a lot of turmeric and stuff like that. My blood is probably too thin. That's probably the problem. My blood pressure is always low and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, my fibroid is shrinking. I'm going to do a video to show you all my stats, and I've been working on it. I'll tell you all what I've been doing, okay? Christy said you with no sound effects. Y'all know I'm dramatic. I mean, I was raised by a almost 80-year-old great grandmother who said and did anything, and she put on a performance every day. So y'all know I gotta bring y'all some drama too. I can't just get on here and just, be bored. I got to, bring my personality, and I'm very theatrical. Okay. So yeah, if y'all, in case y'all didn't know, I am. Thank you, June. I know, right? Hallelujah. Because I needed to. I was like, while I'm here, I want to know everything. Tell me everything that's going on. Like, what's going on with this fibroid? My doctor they had already did this, histopy, or I don't know how you say it. It was my first time having the camera inserted. And I have one fibroid, but I've been working on it spiritually. And so, doing my meditations and Reiki and all of that. And I've seen, clients cysts shrink. So I knew I could work on my own thing. Let me get some airflow going up in here. And also, let me talk to y'all, because I know a lot of y'all have spiritual questions. So I'm just going to do some Q&A tonight. But let me talk to y'all. I had a client, speaking of clients, and she doesn't have a fibroid or anything, but she had a health issue. And I'm not a doctor, so allegedly, I got to the root of what was going on with her. She called me. She's local. She's not on YouTube, but I'm not going to say her name. But she said, how she was feeling, and I tuned in and connected with her energy, figured out what was going on with her, got her started on the path of healing. She was only able to eat certain foods. She was having reactions to everything. And then I got her hooked up with my holistic doctor, which if anybody needs a holistic doctor, I do have a referral. She's back in Georgia. But anyway, fast forward to, she called me this morning crying. And she sent me a love offering. And I thought it was like, my wife was looking in the Reiki room, which is where I do some of my readings from. And I'm going to just close her name out for y'all. But she sent me a love offering, and she just said, thank you. And that was like, that made my day, because she was not able to really eat. And she was having a lot of heat in her back. When she didn't tell me what was wrong with her, I told her, don't tell me, let me see. I told her, I feel, heat moving up your back. And at first I thought it was Kundalini, but then I saw her heart, and I, researched it further. Because I do have med books, I have medical books, I have Black's Law Dictionary. I research things for you all. And I told her, what I saw, the sac around her heart, the pericardium. She got hooked up with my holistic doctor, 2 months of working with her, and she is telling me that she felt like she feels alive now. And, that's gratification to me. I love when I get love offerings, because y'all know I'm a Capricorn. I like me some money. Okay. Let me just go ahead and say that. I'm a reincarnated fairy. I like blingy things and glitter and all that. But most of that goes to my ancestors and to my spirit deities I work with. But it just touched my heart. And I just want you all to know that too. When I'm able to help you all like that, Angelica. Okay, Trisha, I have some Angelica root. I'm gonna use that. It is very touching to me. Y'all just don't know. I am a very stoic person, but I get so, moved by working with, empowering, and just mentoring you ladies. Okay. I have male clients as well. I have several male clients that'll hit me up every now and then, but I'm very protected of the sacred woman's energy, because we give so much, we do so much, we take care of our man, our woman, our mother, our grandmother, our children, whoever needs us. And we get so many people pulling on us, and a lot of our sacral chakras are out of balance because we absorb those things, just like this handbag back here. And I'm getting rid of all my Louis Vuitton stuff after a while, y'all. I'm starting not to even look at life the same way. That's the evolution that I am going through as I evolve. And I'm glad you all are here to witness that. Now I'm here to witness you all's evolution as well. But just like this pocketbook that used to mean so much to me, we carry all these things and people, want to say women are so crazy and angry, black women, and this is that. No, quit putting stuff in there because we are, getting out of balance because we're absorbing energies from other people. So that is what I pray to the ancestors to teach me how to help women to kind of go through and sort through and process those things and declutter, how to organize. Because if you pick up a handbag, like my mama, my grandmama, all them, they used to carry these bags. You just open it up, you can't find nothing. There's stuff in there from the last sermon pastor preached at revival, just stuff in there, just stuff that they carrying around. So one of the things about me that y'all might not know, I did have an old YouTube channel years ago where I would do handbag reviews and stuff. And I would show people how I kept stuff in my bag, how I organized and stuff like that. That was one of my things. And I really, really, really like that. So that's one of the things spiritually. I've had many names because I go to the ancestors and I go to the councils, the galactic celestial energies, and I, kind of fight for people, fight for justice, fight for things. That's all a practitioner does. When you guys pay us to open up a case and get to work for you, we're like an attorney. We're not doing the work. We're going to see the higher authority and say, hey, can you balance the scales of justice, which is, what Mayat would do, for example, in the Egyptian culture, what Oya would do, can this person, are they worthy? Do they have any karmic debt or have they done something? And it's like, because I get people calling me all the time who want some stuff done. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of that they don't deserve. Okay. Some of the things people asking for, they don't deserve. And some of the stuff that's happening, they do deserve. You know what I'm saying? So that's my job, just in case y'all were wondering, well, what does she really do, on our behalf when she's working for us? When somebody opens up a case with me, and that's not getting a reading and me giving you advice, me opening up a case is me doing the work, me going to the ancestors, me going to the, saints or the different spirits. And I'm saying, hey, can you get involved? Can you do this? Can you do that? Is this person worthy? Because they know. They show me too, but they know some things we ask for, and you're like, well, why is it not working? It's just not the time. And then it's certain things you have to clear up and balance first. It's like, for example, if you're at work and you want a promotion, they say, well, hey, you're on a PIP. And I used to work in HR. So anybody who is in management or HR knows what a PIP is. Or if you've been put on one, you know what it is. It's a performance, document, a verbal or whatever, or a written or whatever level warning or something in your file. So you can't get a promotion until either that falls off or they, throw it out, whatever happens. You have to reap whatever consequences of that PIP is based on whatever the operating manuals for that company says. If they say if you get a PIP, you have to wait a year before you can get a promotion. If you got 3 PIPs, you're out the door, just whatever it is. But it's my job to go and say, hey, can this person do this and that? And they tell me, yes, no, or if you do this, yes, if they don't do that, no, blah, blah, blah. So, that's just kind of, what I do. So I do a lot of talking back and forth with the ancestors to find out, hey, what can we do out here as women? We are out here, just rogue sometimes. Because a lot of my Black women call me, and I don't know what's going on with the Black men because I don't date them, but it's just hard out here. So I just want y'all to know, as a spiritualist, I do relate, okay? And I know that was like a 13-minute rant, but I have to say what Spirit tells me to say. Yes, Trisha, we do a lot and we get out of balance. You know what I'm saying? June says she gives a lot. I'm telling you. And Javi says, I've been scratched in Palo, but nobody's teaching me nothing. How do I learn? There are books. If you've been scratched, though, you should have a madrina or a padrina for Palo. Palo Mayombe, has a lot of, especially if you speak Spanish, they have a lot of books that you can read. Okay. A lot of sacred knowledge. And if you've already been scratched, then your ancestors should be downloading some what was I gonna say? Digital knowledge. Your ancestors should be, coming to you and guiding you and leading you in the right direction. That you should be on course. Okay. Yeah, Kyla, I'm pulled in a lot of directions. Sometimes I have to say, hold up, because sometimes I'm working with clients that have opened up a case with me, y'all. I go to sleep at night and I'm still having dreams. I'm still getting downloads. I'm still, the ancestors chit chatting, like Beyonce said. They talk to me, they show me things, they take me places. Last night I was in the 1950s. My great aunt who lived next door to me growing up, she was a nurse and she took me to the 1950s and was showing me all this exquisite antique art that she had. And I was like, okay. When I woke up, I was like, what in the world happened to me? Uh, but so, and that's another thing too. Before you go to sleep, ask your ancestors for whatever clarity you need. If it's about a person, if it's about health, ask them to heal you or show you what needs to be healed. My grandmother showed me a heat pad in my dream one time, and I was like, when I woke up the next day, I understood why. But just ask them, okay? Yes, Black Goddess, it's a thing. What's going on in the world right now, the downloads that I've had, that I've received, the different prophetic dreams that I've had is really not going to be about anything like that in the future, or in the present, for that matter. Okay. Um Yes. And I know you all appreciate me. I'm ranting specifically because I'm filled with gratitude, because I know that you all are appreciative, because I see the changes. I get the text messages from people saying, since I've been working with you, this and that. And that's what it's all about. Because I could sit up here and collect money from people all day, but if nobody's getting any results, then I'm no different than from anybody else that you go to. The doctor who's not helping you heal or whatever. If you go into church and you can't manifest the things you want physically or spiritually, even though church is more of a religious institution, but still, I am a results oriented person. I like to see a result. You know what I'm saying? Don't come trying to sell me no weight loss tea if you 400 or 500 pounds. I'm just not gonna trust you. I'm not gonna buy. I don't want none of that you drinking or doing. You know what I'm saying? But if you come at me and you have something that I aspire to obtain, then yes, I would love to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way in spirituality as well. I can't help you manifest things that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Or that I desire but is eluding me. So speaking of which, that's the main thing. What is it that you want to manifest? Not just aimlessly shooting darts out here and just buying candles and getting them from the botanica. People been handling them and touching them, they still got dust on them, and you just bring it home and take a match and light. You have to cry, you have to scream, you have to laugh, you have to dance. When you see these tribes in Africa, Native American stuff, they not just sitting back like, oh, let me get me a little light little candle and just look cute. No, baby, they look crazy. They are at war. Okay. They have on war makeup, war clothes, they playing war music, they lighting fires, they getting crunk because they know if they want to pull down some blessings, they got to reach up there and get them. You got to get dirty, you got to get bloody, you got to break nails. Y'all see this? I mean, when I'm doing work, it does not always get cute. You know what I'm saying? And like Kyla said a little bit up, I do things that y'all don't have to do. When a spiritualist is working for you, you don't know what a spiritualist has to do for you. I had one person the other day that paid me, and she didn't book on the price that I had to do for the work, and I guess she understood it. But I had my Easter speech prepared. If she would have had a question as to why is it gonna cost her a few $100s, well, baby, if the doctor can't take it off, you coming to me. In the South back when I was a little girl, they would call me a witch doctor or hoodoo woman or whatever. Anybody doing conjure, you gonna pay now. You gonna go to the doctor and pay them. If they say, well, we're gonna take this out surgically, you're gonna have to pay for the operating room. You're gonna have to pay for the people that's gonna come up in here and help. The people that know how to work with the scalpels and stuff, the technicians and all that, you gonna pay. But now, if the doctor can't fix you and you got to come to me, you still got to pay because they're spirits that I have to pay. And I'm not gonna go out there and make no deals with nobody and do it for free for you. I might like you, but it's just not gonna work like that. Now, I try to be reasonably priced. But for y'all, my goal is to teach you all. Yes, Monica said thousands of dollars. My goal is to teach you and empower you so that what you can do on your own, you can do, because there are some things that you got to do, not just, and even if somebody's working with you or for you as a spiritualist, and I always remember this, you still got to do some on your end. Just like Pinky Lee said, you got, like, I can go to the doctor every week and say, oh, my leg hurting, my potassium low, and they're gonna say, well, take this pill or do this and that. Now when I get home, I gotta take that pill, and like Pinky Lee, I gotta start eating this and that. If I choose not to do it, then guess what? Fast forward, I'm gonna be back, I'm gonna be paying another copay, I'm gonna be sitting back in the room looking crazy, whatever. But either way it goes, we got to do what we got to do. So now that I've preached enough, okay, I want to know what questions you all have for me, because I do know that a lot of you are newbies, okay. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I was raised in a hoodoo house with my great grandmother, and my great grandmother practiced, hoodoo. She grew flowers and plants and herbs and roots and things like that. She did very natural things like help people. She was not a doula, but she was more so of a midwife, I guess you can say. Yeah, positive. Those nails get messed up. Yeah, I can take a list and answer any questions that you all may have for me. Okay. Trisha, thank you. Yes. So basically that is what has been going. Now, y'all, let me see, because I think I wrote down some. Yes, ask your ancestors before you get into that dream state. Okay. Going to sleep at night, it's a journey. You are traveling. You're leaving your body and you're going and you're doing things. It's not all in your head. You are traveling to different dimensions. Okay. Just like on what is it, the Twilight Zone, Star Wars, all the things when we used to watch growing up, they were always traveling. They were always traveling. On Star Wars, they talk about going to a different dimension at the beginning. And then on Star Wars and all that stuff, Star Trek, they always in a ship. They always traveling. They always leaving Earth and going somewhere else. That's what you have to do to get these answers that you're looking for. You have to reach higher. And I'm looking down because I just wrote down two topics. I wrote that one, about asking your ancestors before you go to sleep. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about, I don't know if y'all get y'all spiritual supplies or whatever. I know there are a lot of botanicals online. You can leave it open. There are a lot of botanicals online, and a lot of you don't have local access to local supplies, but get your incense and your house blessings. Do y'all remember when y'all moms and aunties and all them used to spray that Indian house blessing in that aerosol can? It's something about them Indian house blessings. I have some for the 7 African powers as well. It's something about those herbal aerosol sprays I really love. And my mama used to spray them, and it was the one in the purple can specifically. I can still smell it if I kind of hone in and try to access that memory. But you can really tap into some energy with that. Those aerosol sprays have herbal concoctions inside of them. And I remember my mama would spray, and when she was gone and she was at work, I would spray. So June says she got some positive for life. Says she remembers them. It's something about those, and I have a lot of different sprays, whatever. But it's something about that Indian house blessing, something about the Native American culture, the way that they petition things, and the way that they do things. Tribal, that you have to access that tribal energy, okay, for healing and different things like that. Protection as well. You can bring protection to you with arrows, bow and arrows, and different other symbolic things, okay. Pinky Lee says she loves those. And June is saying Family Dollar has them, y'all. So that's a good resource if you don't have a botanica, okay, or a spiritual supply store or any little witchy stores near you. June is saying Family Dollar, okay. Um, all right. And let me show y'all something I'm working on. She's not finished yet. When I was kind of channeling some energy, I put a little beaded necklace on her, so I gotta clip that. But I made myself a tribal Yamaha. Okay. I made this last night when I was just chilling and watching TV with my wife. I just felt inspired. And she even has a nose ring like me and everything. I'm still working on her, but I just said, okay, boss, you and your boss, boss, boss. Him and these dogs, y'all. Hold on one second. Come here, boss. What's the matter? What y'all barking at out there? Calm down. Thank y'all. Positive for life. This boy over here cutting up. Yeah, so I'm the next thing outside of this Yemoya that I'm going to work on is and I'm gonna post the not the Yemoya, post it for sale on my website. The road opener dolls. For those of you all who are not afraid of dolls, and I know I talked junk about dolls from Goodwill and thrift stores or from whatever capacity is from a secondhand perspective. So this is how I'm gonna store her on my altar. I know I talk junk about those type of dolls and that secondhand energy, and that's still my opinion. But when it comes to a new, fresh doll that is prepared by a priestess who knows how to channel energy, there is a difference in having something prepared for you that is a spiritual tool, kind of like a mojo bag. Okay, it's going to attract certain things, block out certain things, this, and that. But the Elegua dolls are going to be for road openers. So I'm going to put it together this weekend and I'll post on my site. Everything that I make like this is customized to order. So this is my Yemoya doll. She looks like this. Okay, if you order one from me, this is going to be what you're going to see on the website. But your doll is going to be custom tailored to you because I channel that energy, and your doll is going to present herself to me, speak to me, and then she will be designed. Okay. Okay. All right. See the list. Okay. And thank y'all. Let me grab myself a bottle of water before I jump in and answer y'all's questions. So, let me play a little bit of music just to keep the energy going. And, then afterwards, I will be able to hold on, y'all. My phone been on airplane mode, so I got messages coming in. Okay. All right. Okay, give me a second. Let me grab some water. Okay, y'all know they got to do the ad first. They do the ads now for those of you who listen to the solfeggio. They do the ads, okay? Oh, that sounds good. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me grab a bottle of water, okay? All right. Y'all still awake? Because those solfeggios knocked me right out. They program you on a subconscious level and they activate using sound frequencies and resonance. They activate you and heal you. Sound is very, very healing. Okay. All right. So I'm back in the building. All right. Let's see what my list looking like. Okay. And y'all, thank you for loving my yemo, y'all. I love the energy. I need to figure out what I wanna put some little gold specks on her fin. Not her fin, on her scales. I'm gonna put some little gold foil on her scales and write something on the side. I don't know what I want to write, but I want to put a quote or something on there. All right, loves. Let's get to this energy. All right, Trisha. Let me put my phone on vibrate. All right. Yes, press the like button for me, please. Thank you, Pinky. All right. Who I need to be praying to or have on my altar? I heard you just can't jump in Orisha or Oshun. Excuse me, y'all. I need to know what path I should be on, what my ancestors want me to do. Yes, I burn candles a lot. Okay. It is not true that you can't just jump into Orisha worship. You can. You can. Orishas are personifications of energy, meaning they embody certain energies and they have a either male or woman aspect of the energy. The actual energy itself can be utilized, and you're probably already using it if you're working in any spiritual or religious capacity. So what happens is um you work with the energy, which for you I have seen Okay, already the yin and yang energy. I am on the path to being a yaya or an iyanifa. So, an iyanifa is the mother of secrets in any African traditional religion. The mother of secrets is equivalent to a babalawo. So whenever you see the man with his little apele chain, or when he's working with a tray, an apone tray with irisone powder and ikene, that's what I have already received. Okay, so I do have the authority to work with the orishas and to recognize them in others. Okay. So, hey, Monica C. So, yes, you can harness the energy of Yamuya. When people are saying you can't just jump into them, or have them on your altar, what I would suggest for you, instead of adding Yamuya on an existing altar, for example, your ancestor altar, um, or any other altar, is you working with her energy. And by working with her energy, I mean tune into and hone in on the energy of her, the great mother, which is also the energy that you embody. Always taking on and absorbing other people's energy, but you're going to have to let that energy flow. It doesn't need to be a one-way canal, is what I'm hearing. People say one-way street, but since we're talking about water, it's not just, okay, let me go down here and pour into all of these people. And any fall, we have pots. I'm going to show y'all what one pot looks like, okay? We work with pots, okay? Or prendas, okay? For my person who said they were scratched in Palo, you know what a prenda is. I'm not just going to open up, and this is not a sacred pot. This is a new pot. It's empty. There's nothing in it. So I have not consecrated it yet. And by that, I mean, I haven't blessed it. I haven't filled it, and I haven't invoked the energy of any Orisha to reside here. I'm not just going, oh, it's something in here. Oh, I'm not just going to open up my pot and say, I'm a healer. And then I come back to myself and I'm like, nothing's in here. Okay, next day I'm gonna get up and do the same thing. Something does show up in my cup and I'm just gonna pour it out. So some of that has to go back to yourself, okay? So you have to, it is critical, it is necessary for your existence as a human, just like you need water, food, and potassium, okay? You have to have a mutual exchange of energy between yourself and someone else. That's what the Six of Pentacles in Tarot is about. It's an equal give and take. So for you, Trisha, you're going to have to increase this out. Those are the pots that you reference when somebody pushing pot. Yeah, but the ones that I'm talking about, the Palo or Palo chambers, or the prendas, like for candomblé, like the Brazilian version of Ifa, or the Cuban version, like where they have what looks like a witch's cauldron, which is what I was showing y'all earlier, and they, excuse me, or they'll use one of these, and they have some shit in there you don't want to be wrapped around with. I'm telling you, you don't want your energy tangled up with no mess like that, okay? But these are the traditional, they call them a supera. Anybody that speaks Spanish in here, correct me if I'm saying it wrong, because y'all know I barely speak English, okay? So, but it's like a soup pot is what they call them, okay? But yeah, that's what these are. And, your orishas live in here, your spirit energies, kind of like a genie, like in the Muslim tradition. And I always compare energies because I just like to study different religions. In college, my minor was outside of archaeology, anthropology. Okay, so I like to study what other cultures do. Think about the genie in the bottle. The genie lived inside of that little lantern looking. They say genie in the bottle, but it was like what do you call that thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little gold thing. It looked like a little, kind of like a pot with a handle on it. As soon as you do that and you say something 3 times, here he come popping out and he make all your wishes and dreams come true. Well, the Orisha pot is, not as exaggerated as I just said, but your Orishas, come in here because you're going to put certain things in here traditionally that they know that's what attracts them and draws them in. That's just like me. I love when somebody smell good. They got some good smelling cologne. So if you're trying to get me to look your way or bat my eyes and look twice, yes, the Aladdin lamp, Pinky. Spray you some good old cologne on, honey. Now only certain ones, because I'm very picky. But spray you some cologne on, and you got my attention. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do a double take, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, you smell good now. So that's what it takes to get me. But everybody has their thing that draws them in, and the traditional contents of the pot is what draws that Orisha in. Outside of the pot having the blessing of the presiding Iyanifa or Baba Lowell, mother of secrets or father of secret, blessing it, putting the contents in there. Certain things have to be done to the contents, but that's another video. But yeah, that's the thing. You all can get yourself a little pot for contents of things for your own self. Like I tell you, I'll make yourself a jar. Make yourself something. This one, I decided I have put together a new Oshun altar in here. So this one it's sitting on her altar. That's why it was right here, because this is my new Oshun altar. Okay, let me put this back, okay? All right, and Ashe to the Orishas. For you, Trisha, I do feel Yemonya. I feel Yemonya. And of course the angelic realm. And even when my wife had a Haitian Bokar do some work for her before I met her, when I told y'all the story of how when I first met her, I saw the energy of the luau that was around her, protecting her in a dream. She confirmed that the Haitian Bokar told her that, and she paid him a lot of money, y'all. So for me, little old me, to see that up against this man who's from Haiti, who got all this recognition and all this stuff like that, I saw the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna leave that there. But I said that to say that when it comes to energies, I'm very good at pinpointing them. So don't be afraid to work with that energy, because I feel that energy is very inviting to you, Trisha. Okay. But even the Haitian Bokar used and called upon Archangel Michael. My wife was telling me. So I said that to say that's another energy, Trisha, that you can work with as well. Okay. When it comes to who you need to be praying to, I would definitely pray to Archangel Michael, and not necessarily in the way that you've probably been taught to pray, but more so. I'm gonna just give y'all an example. Close my eyes and I visualize the energy. Archangel Michael, I thank you so much for protecting me. I thank you so much for guiding me and for covering me with all your might, all your power, and all your strength. Take your sword of justice and cut through this issue that I'm having. Thank you, Archangel Michael. In return, I will, buy you a basket of fruit and put it on my front porch. I'll put you a glass of wine or water or whatever out front as well once you do this job for me. Okay. A lot of your statues have little removable parts, you all may notice. Those removable parts are so that once they do the work for you, you give it back to them. I have a Jesus statue that's about this big and he has a cross. If I need something from Jesus, I take the cross from the statue, take it away from the statue, ask him to do what I need him to do. When he does it, he gets the cross back. Same way with Papa Legba. Papa Legba, if you run and take this petition over here for me and work this out, then I'll give you back, your the little heads that come with the elect wall statues. I'll give it back to you. So that's the kind of way that people typically deal with spiritual energy. They ask for a favor in exchange for a favor. Hopefully, this is all helpful to you all because um, I learned these things because I grew up in spirituality. So they may seem very foreign, but they do work. Okay. Monica C says, "What about cinnamon?" Um, I don't know exactly what your question is, but cinnamon is a very good herb for money. Oshun loves cinnamon. Okay. Um, okay. Um, yeah, cinnamon can be used to spice things up. Cinnamon's good for love. It's good for money. Anything that whenever you're working for love, you want it to be very spicy and sweet at the same time. You don't want to put any peppers or anything in there. That's more hot foot and stuff like that, sending stuff away. But you want to heat it up and spice it up. Cinnamon is very spicy like this. Cinnamon's your nutmegs and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. So Pinky's gonna go last. Okay, Jim. Yeah, Trisha, that's what I'm saying. It is okay to burn Orisha candles. And as soon as you asked me that, the wind blew. And it's dark outside and it's not really a windy day. But the spirit of the Orishas will, come in and confirm. They love candles. They love their energy. They love the attention that they receive. Yemonya will be honored to work with you, to exchange energy. And by exchange, I mean she's a very healing, nurturing woman in her feminine woman aspect. She's very nurturing because there's a masculine aspect, the holocron aspect. But she, in her feminine powers, is a very healing, very giving, nurturing. All life comes from a water form. So she brings life, okay? She brings new life, okay? She brings that water. Water is going to hydrate you and, bring a level of healing to your body that not even food can bring, okay? So she is that energy. So for you to light a candle for her and just say, thank you, I honor you. You're beautiful. I want to work with you. Can you please show me a sign that it's okay for you and I to have a friendship? Because not every energy gets along with every human. I'm a witness to that. And you light a blue candle for her. You don't even have to get one that has the Yemoyana. You can write a blue candle and you can write something to Yemoya on the candle. And just do it with gratitude. Do it from your heart and do it from your soul and just say, I thank you so much because I feel your energy. You're so powerful. You're so beautiful. The next time I'm near an ocean, I'm going to bring you something and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And really honor her and work with her. Her number is 7. You can say, I'm going to get 7 shells from the beach and put them in a little bowl, put some water in it, and light the candle in the middle for you. Boom. That's it. That's all it takes. It's nothing scary. Okay. This is your African tradition, religion. This is what a lot of our ancestors did. And it is in our DNA, a lot of us, through blood rights. These are not only spirits or energies, but they're our ancestors. They look like us. Okay. Unlike a lot of other traditions where something or someone doesn't necessarily look like you. They may look like some of your other ancestors because we all have ancestors that are non-African as well, but someone that looks like you, a beautiful black woman that you can see that looks like you, that has your features, maybe some of your personality, good, bad, and indifferent. If you have an attitude, she might have attitude. So just whatever you feel comes to mind. Um, oh, Yemoya, okay, or yes, Black Goddess. Thank you. She has a couple of different spellings, Yemonja or Yemoya. But you can listen to her music on YouTube. They have very beautiful Yemoya music. There are a lot of children of Yemoya who have videos on YouTube. You can look at some of what they have to say, and they can just put you on that path. Okay. June says, I don't have a question, just general. Okay. Positive Life said, I have a fishbowl, seashell, and beach sand. It's on the altar. Interesting you mentioned that. Yeah, when I mentioned that Positive Life, I knew I was tapping into somebody in this room's energy or space, but I was like, maybe that's what Trisha needs to do because the way that I was seeing it was so vivid. Okay. Okay. Um, and yeah, Trisha, I mean, you can even go out and find some shells yourself for her, take her an offering, anything that a sea goddess or Risha or sea deity would like. What would you like if you lived in, you know, the ocean, the sea, the deep waters? What would you like? You would be surrounded by fish all the time. You would be surrounded by shells and pearls and just beautiful little trinkets and things so that she can't help but to say, oh no, y'all go out here and do what y'all want to do. I'm going over here to Trisha's altar because it is so pretty. She has these beautiful little shells she found outside of her home for me. And she, got out there in this hot sun. Well, we really got two suns, but she got out there in these two suns and she was sweating and everything, but she put her energy into it. She found me these beautiful shells and she put me some, beautiful fruit out there. And, she just, she came down with a white dress on and, she was just, oh my God, I don't care about what y'all, I'm going to Patricia house. That's how you want the energies to feel about you. You want them to say, I am going to go and present myself to her. Like my Orishas, I don't care what nobody else got going on or what they do. My Orishas will tear the club up for me. And I know this because I have worked with them. We're like this, okay? That is a relationship that has been built well over 15 years. However, you have to start at the beginning. Time is not of an essence. If they rock with you, they click with you, they want to do business with you, they're going to have an agreement with you. It's instant, okay? And I was trying to show you all earlier how to work with Eshu. Before you go to Yamuya, before you go to Oya, before you go to Shango, before you go to, whoever, Ogun, whoever, you have to get in good with Elegwa. Pinky Lee said, tear the club up. Y'all know I just say whatever come to my mind. Okay, June. For you, general, I do feel like you are on track. You're working um, with the energies that you have with the ancestors. So before you, if somebody's saying you don't jump right into the Orishas, what Trisha, going back to what Trisha said, they're probably coming from the perspective of you have to go to your ancestors first. And that is very important. I always preach about the ancestors, the ancestors, the ancestors in every video because those are the parts of yourself that's already in the spirit world. We already have, as my grandma would say, you got one foot in the grave and one foot on a banana peel, meaning at any time you can slip up out this thing. Okay. So the part of you that already has a foot in the grave, that is the part of yourself where you need to be drawing that energy from, the part of you that already lives in the spirit world, which is your ancestors, the part of you that reincarnated. If you were a soldier in your last life, you get a reading from me, I say, oh, you were a military soldier in your last life. Boom, that part of you is still over there. Put some out for that part of you. Pour a little liquor out. Do a libation, simply taking some liquor, put it in your mouth and hissing it out, putting it on your altar, or hissing it out onto your little, statue or doll you create for yourself or whatever, to wake it up and give it some energy. Okay, give it essence. But that's what you do. You use your ancestors' energy, number one, and then number two, you use the angels or the orishas or whatever other energies you want to rock with. Okay. But June, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you are on path with working with your grandmother and you are pulling down that energy. Um, you have that astrology around you, which I was making a correlation with your name recently. So you have all of the energy. So it's all about utilizing and accessing it. I did a video on talking about like wands and staffs and things like that, how to funnel that energy and channel it. Also, when you're working with your candles, you pour that energy into them. I mean, I don't know how you all were taught to pray in church, but you just, like they say in church, I plead the blood of Jesus and I command you, Satan, get thee behind me. You talk to the energies, tell them what you want them to do. Okay. Like they say in the South, call them up and tell them what you want. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and Eshu you can look at as more of a Jesus figure. Okay. Black Goddess Force said you can use a coconut and cleanse it and pull the hair off and put it on a clay plate to put it as to represent Eshu. Facts. And I go to the international market. I got some root. I don't even know what this thing was, but it looked like issue to me. I got it. So any root, which is what I was saying earlier, before the live froze, which was you could use coconuts, like Black Goddess was saying, and you can also use any root vegetables, yucca roots, big root vegetables that have that really hard exterior, like a coconut, anything like that. And boom, you got your issue. You don't have to spend up a lot of money on spiritual stuff, especially when you're dealing with indigenous energies like the Orisha energies. They're very advanced, but they're considered indigenous because primal energy, they're primal pre-dynastic energies, meaning they've been on this earth since the beginning of time. Okay. June says, I think the black cat outside is issue. That's my issue. My issue is a black cat. If I call Papa Leg, I'm going to do a video one day and I'm going to go live and I'm going to call Papa Leg for y'all. And y'all going to see a black cat show up. It never fails. It's never failed. So, um, you know, go to the crossroad if you think I'm playing. Y'all go to the crossroad. Y'all go to the crossroad. You know what I'm saying? If these celebrities, these folk that got money and stuff like that can do it, we should not be afraid of it either, especially when you're dealing with your African energy. And some people be like, oh, I don't want to go to no crossroad. I don't know who gonna follow me back at home. Trust me, they are already at your house waiting on you to acknowledge them. Okay. June said when I was feeding it, I said, are you issue? It looked at me. Yeah, and if it gave you that authoritative look, that authoritative look, and just kind of faced off with you, like what you think. Yeah, I'm issue. You know, you can present your energy in any form. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Eshu has the power to do. And if anybody think Eshu is a joke, play with them. I'm telling y'all right now, Eshu is not a game at all. That's where a lot of people miss out at. A lot of people don't go with the gateways. I worked with Eshu for years before I even got down to who was my head or my crown, because it's not about that. In the beginning, it's about building relationships with the Orishas. And I had Shango, and I don't know if I told y'all the story or not, come to me in a physical form in the living room of my apartment. But I had worked with Eshu for a long time before anybody else. And I'm still kind of, I want to say, one of Eshu's favorites. He shows favoritism towards me, but I've been working with him for so many years. Why wouldn't he? But like I said, you all can start at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Black Goddess Force said, yes, this is true. I go every night, Monday night, leaving offerings. Yeah, Eshu is the man. Okay. I mean, me and my wife have been chilling, and I've said something about him, and we'll smell a cigar when there is not a cigar. Okay. I bet those. That's one thing. That's the only reason I still, mess with cats is because of issue. Other than that, I don't do a cat. But yeah, Jim, I'm sure the cat did have pretty eyes. They're so nice, nicely connected with spirit. Okay. Monica, see, I just don't know where to begin when it comes to a deity. I've been seeing more things in my house and things have been moving around. Yeah, the energy is just waiting on you to be acknowledged for you to acknowledge it. My client that called me this morning told me ever since you gave me my spirit guy's name, I haven't, utilized the energy. I haven't said anything to her, but last night I had a conversation for the first time. I called on her, and she told me I need to, call Lynn again, circle back to Lynn. And I said, pretty much that's how it is. Like, I can tell you who your spirit guide's name is. I can tell you what energy to work with, but it's up to you to do it, to work with it, okay? So, Monica, see, if you already see the energy moving, I mean, you might as well tap into it. If somebody bring you a chest and they tell you, it's full of gold coins, and they open it up and they show you, and then they put it down and they put the top on it, what's the point in leaving it right there and you're not able to utilize? They say, oh, we're gonna leave this chest of gold coins in your house, but you can't get in there. I'm gonna call you until you come pick it back up. I don't need no gold coins if I can't access them. You know what I'm saying? So if the energy is already in your home and things are already popping off, just know that you have the access. They're giving you the green light. You just have to go ahead and utilize it. Okay. Um, okay. All right. So pretty much, I need to go ahead and go back to the list and let's see who is there. Any trolls that's in the house tonight, I'm just gonna let y'all know right now. Like I said a little while ago, Eshu does not play. I got a black candle going on the altar. You can come up in here trolling if you want to. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't even have anything else to say. Okay, Christy V. Let's see what you got. Hey, Blessed. How can I spiritually protect myself and my energy? That's a great question. I think for you, the last time I told you to get an evil eye amulet. Speaking of which, this is one that I put on today. I have a lot of different jewelry I wear from time to time. This one has the evil eye, and you can't really even tell. It blends right in. Get yourself an evil eye piece. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there it is. Get yourself an evil eye piece, because what the evil eye does is it works kind of the same way that a reverse candle works. It sends that energy right back to you or to them, whoever's sending something your way. But to spiritually protect yourself, you want to, outside of an evil eye, which is, one culture, outside of that, you need to just have outright protection. So again, that is black tourmaline crystals to absorb negative energy. That also helps when somebody is sending negativity towards you. I have this right here, this sacred geometry kind of thing. You can get these on Amazon. Okay. That kind of protective piece. See how it has those sacred symbols? Those sacred symbols. All of these sacred symbols are sacred geometry, universal symbols that God, source, creator, will show you in the designs of nature. If y'all want to watch the Da Vinci Code, that's a good, or read the book. I read the book years ago, then they came out with a movie. The Da Vinci Code, they talk about the Fibonacci sequences and just sacred sounds like and sacred patterns that you'll see repeating over and over in nature. I think it's 3 point some. Y'all don't get me the line. It's late at night, and I done took this potassium, and I don't know. It makes me feel a little weird. I just don't like taking anything. But you can use that for protection. Okay, you have an evil eye bracelet. Okay, good. So outside of that, black candles are for protection. Again, black absorbs negative energy. Okay. Um, Different roots and herbs that you can carry. Y'all know I always talk about how John the Conqueror, but there are specific protection herbs, protection roots. Um, so let me do a another video on that. When I look through some of my book of shadows and give you some protection stuff, okay? Um, yeah, other than that, the evil eye protection, the Star of David. Um, let's see. You have Archangel Raphael speaking to me right now. So look up Archangel Raphael, Christy, and you're welcome. Okay. Monica C said aloe vera as well. Yeah, I had my mom to get an aloe vera plant. What the aloe vera plant does is it speaks to you. It's with most things. So once the plant starts browning, and I used to have one when I still worked in an office when I worked for Geico before I started working for Progressive, and I had some haters for no reason. I just left. I was doing so good in sales. For me to be a new baby, they just couldn't take me. So I just left and I went to accounting because I was like, I don't have time to be putting nobody in no jars or going through these battles and all this stuff. I'm just gonna leave and go to accounting and just be done. Okay. Then I just left the company altogether because I had such a better opportunity with Progressive. But before I left sales, I had an aloe vera plant, just a little small succulent, and I had it on my desk. When I tell y'all that thing would wither and die so quick and get brown and just everything would ooze out of it. And I don't know if y'all noticed when I was in my kitchen doing a spiritual bath soak that I have a aloe vera plant in there as well. That aloe vera will start withering and getting old and die because it catches. So that's why I always talk about different house plants and things like that because they do catch energy for you as well. Okay. And when I say catch energy, before it gets to you, those things ward them off. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I used to always wear this purple bracelet. I mean, purple necklace, amethyst necklace. It's my Oya necklace. I was doing work for a client last year, and the client has some very dark stuff going on with them. My Oya necklace. I'm just sitting here chilling, and it just broke. So I got another one from I got my necklace from my Ianifa, and I'm gonna make my own this time. Get my second necklace, and I was doing work for another client, and I don't know, I was doing work for my client, and I was getting ready to go outside in the backyard, And it was like I was a baby. I just grabbed my necklace and I just broke it. Like, and I look back at myself, I'm like, was I in some kind of trance or something? Because normally before I go and do work outside in the backyards with the Orishas, I do go into like a trance like state. But it doesn't usually happen until I'm in the backyard and I got my music going and all that. I know my neighbors probably be looking outside like this woman crazy, but I don't care. But no, they love me because they always bringing me some plants or something. My neighbors be spoiling me on both sides of the house. But I was in my bedroom getting ready to go outside, and I don't know, I just grabbed my necklace and I just did one of these numbers. But those are protective pieces as well. So jewelry, um, necklaces, ankhs, of course, crosses. People have worn those, as protective pieces. But you want to have something on you to protect you or to ward off energy. A black tourmaline piece would be really good for you, Christy. Okay. Monica said mine did too. Pause for life. You can get aloe vera plant and Food Lion. And that's so funny because I didn't even know what Food Lion was until we moved to Virginia. But yes, Food Lion has really good prices on things like that. Yeah, and I don't like to spend a lot of money on stuff, contrary to which I probably believe. So when she's talking about affordability, that's what's important to me. There's a little mouth line in here, so that's what I'm looking up at. Pinky Lee said, no need to take the potassium supplement. High potassium foods will balance and heal you. Use your food as medicine. I know that's right. See, I really need to do that. I did really good today. I'm very proud of myself today. So I'm going to continue to do what you told me, the Buddha bowl. That sounded amazing. I did some of the contents of it, but tomorrow I'm going to actually make the Buddha bowl. And then my Reiki healer that did the session for me gave me a Venezuelan recipe as well. So tomorrow I'm going to do the Buddha bowl for lunch, and I'm going to use her recipe as like a snack because it was like a small little meal, but it had like avocado and like all the good stuff. Blessed Hand says, I think that's it. Every guy go, those women are so messy. Oh my God, I'm telling you, it was like why are y'all hating on me? Like it was to the point where I was like, okay, so y'all just gonna blatantly hate on me? Like literally, y'all can have this because my wife didn't want me to work anyway, but I just was tired of sitting in the house looking at her when she would come home from work. It was boring. Blessed Hands, you know how that whole Warner Robins, Kathleen area is. And for me, moving from a bigger city, I was bored out of my mind. So I was like, I'm going to get a job. And I went to Geico. And, they hired me on the spot. But I was like, just because I'm coming up in here selling more than y'all don't mean y'all got to hate on me. But that's what people do. So I was like, y'all can have that, honey. I'm gonna go downstairs to accounting where I don't have to fool with y'all hateration. But Monica C said I went and got a cactus plant, put it in my room. Something kept telling me get it out of my room, and I searched it. It fights off negativity, but it also has to be so many feet from you in the house. Yes, 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 yes. You definitely do. Even with your ancestor altar, you don't want your ancestor altar in your bedroom because it's too much energy. Your orishas, you want to keep them out of your bedroom. A good place to put these particular energies, if you don't have the space to allot like a specific area for them. Like I have an orisha shrine downstairs in our basement, but not everybody has that. So I would suggest maybe in the kitchen, and you can blend these things in with your decor, like the little pot that I just showed you all. If I'm in somebody's kitchen, the pot kind of looks like a cookie jar. My grandmother used to have a pot like that. Well, it wasn't a pot. Hers was a what do you call it? When they churn milk into butter. I can't think of the name of it now, but she had a really big one. Okay. But it kind of looks like a canister. You could sit it on your counter and it would blend in very well if you have people that don't understand your spiritual beliefs or what you're working on. Okay, Christy. And Monica also says she's still learning on plants and their benefits spiritually. Yeah, and that's one of the things I recommend to a lot of people to bring some nature spirits. Plants have spirits. It's been scientifically proved that if you talk to the plants, they grow bigger. They've done the scientific studies in the plant nurseries, where they hook the plants up to different, they hook them up to the little, I can't think of the thing right now. This potassium got me so crazy over here, y'all. And they measure the stimuli and the responses that the plants have. They measure plants that they talk to, plants that they didn't talk to. Because of course, old people in the South tell you, you got to talk to your plants. You tell them you love them, they pretty and all that, and they'll grow. So scientists was like, okay, we want to see what's up with this. Does this really work? And they measured that, and yes, it did. It did work. They had a measurable difference in the size and the health, of plants that were talked to and loved on versus those that were not. Okay. So that is a fact. Blessed hands say I would have hurt somebody's child. Okay. So you should get a succulent. Monica C said my ancestor also is right by my bed. I don't have much space in this apartment. Yeah, I always suggest the kitchen for those of you all who don't have a lot of space. In my kitchen, I have Lama Dama. Lama Dama energy, if you all really pay close attention. When this whole blackface thing first came out, where they were talking about, Caucasians and other races and ethnicities that would have the black woman in the kitchen, the ancient mammy kind of energy in the kitchen, and they didn't like that. They want to know why y'all doing that. That's very southern, that's very, racist. It's something we need to move away from. Why y'all doing that? They working with the energy of Lama Dama. Okay, look up Lama Dama. Lama Dama is a energy that definitely you want to work with in your kitchen. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. And it's okay to put your ancestors in your bedroom, but I'm just saying if you have another option, put them somewhere else because of the activity. The energy can be very draining. There are things you don't want your ancestors to see you doing. An ancestor altar is considered to be a very sacred space. Um, Okay. Or abovida, as they say in Spanish. It's a very sacred space. Some cultures you don't even approach your altar when you're a woman and you're ministrating. You want to wear all white when you approach your altar. In some cultures, the ancestor altar is so sacred that it's almost like an Orisha altar. So you do have to remember these things are energetic portals, and so they pull energy in and they project energy. So just be very careful if you do have your ancestor altar beside your bed and you're starting to have some kind of, reactions like headaches or, nightmares and things. Just know that, okay? Okay. I don't like the cactus. Monica C, that's a good point that you brought up. I have a cactus outside on my front porch, but I don't have the cactus in my house. I do have the aloe plant in the kitchen, but I don't advocate for bringing a cactus in the house because I feel like it's a protective energy with those prickly points. I would keep mine on my front porch, which is where I have mine. I have mine right on my front porch. Okay. Yeah, ancestors can be a recent grandmother. Anyone that is of blood relation to you that has crossed over, that's an ancestor. They can even be a baby, okay? All right. And Kyla says she used the wall space. Yes, anything that you can get your hand on. It can be a little space in your closet, okay? All right. Who is next with a spiritual question for me? Okay, Black Goddess, do you have a question? Okay. I received my battery operated. Okay. Your ears are ringing. Okay. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay. I would. I definitely would. Okay. Interesting you bring up this point. I have a client that is I'm working on hex removal for, and her candles I recommended that she stop burning candles, glass candles, fire candles, and go to the battery op, which is what I was showing you all in the video. To burn those on her end, let me burn the glass ones on my end. Okay. Because I kept seeing a fire hazard for her. Her candles were so black that I said, no, no, baby. If spirit ever tells you to not burn a candle or to put it out, snuff it out while you're working or whatever, do that, because that was why I brought up the lantern option, because it depends on what you're working with. If you're working with some real dark stuff out here, then sometimes you have to do your work outside, which is one of the things that I do, a lot of work outside. And that's one of the things that's more powerful, and you don't have to worry about, fire hazards and stuff, because spiritual work can bring the whole house down. If you have a lot of darkness, or you're doing work for somebody that does, in order to burn up that mess, as in spirituality we call it, you got mess. That's what my grandma would say, they got mess around them. To get through that mess, to clear up that mess, baby, sometimes it take a whole house to burn down. It take a lot to burn through a lot of negative, dark, hex type energy. So if spirit is ever telling you, go ahead and snuff it out while you're gone, or go ahead and snuff it out while you sleep, make sure you do that. There are a lot of dark forces and entities that draw on that light, when they see that candle lit too. So, that's why I always tell people to, if you have any dark energy around you, to light a black candle, okay? Because it's going to absorb that negative energy. But that's a good question Black Goddess for. And for you all that did not see it, I did a video, late night conjure chat talk or something like that. I titled it, where I was showing you all a lantern, a plastic pink lantern that I had purchased from Amazon that was battery operated. You can also get the ones that you can pour the oil in, and you can do like the natural oils versus the what is it, curacao oil. You can do a natural oil versus that one, okay? And they give you a slow burn too, slow steady burn, and they're not fire hazards like candles allegedly, okay? All right, and I think Kyla was next. Let's see. Yeah, Kyla. Okay. I don't know why I can't copy and paste the list. I don't know why it won't let me do that. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Okay, Kyla says, I'm listening, I'm learning. I'm not sure what energy to work with either. Beyond my ancestors and what's going to a book or reading to get more information on that. I see Egyptian energy for you. Let me Google real quick. Basset. I was like, I don't know who this is, but I'm getting Basset. I typed BAST, but what came up is Bastet. It says Bastet was the Egyptian goddess of protection and cats. She was the warrior daughter and defender of Ra, who sent her to fight. She's a protective energy. She was seen as a defender of the pharaoh after Sekhmet, the lioness. Okay, so all right. So she's the Egyptian goddess of cats, the home, fire, sunrise, music, dance, pleasure, as well as sexuality, fertility, family, pregnant women, and children. She is believed to be the personification of the soul of Isis. So that's another energy that you can look into as well as Isis energy. Okay. Um, the Greek equivalent for her is Artemis, which I've heard of Artemis before. So her siblings are Horus, okay, that's her half brother, and Anhur, whoever that is, Anhur, okay. She's the cat goddess, okay. So goddess, she's very pretty, okay. So look that particular energy up and see how you feel connected with that particular energy. See if that does something for you. You said I mentioned Hathor before. Um, yes, Hathor. I'm listening. Okay. Yes, Hathor. Actually, Hathor's birthday was 2 days ago, and I know that because my friend, so cool, who comes on sometimes, her birthday is on Hathor's feast day. And I made the Hathor connection for her one day on the way to Geico, rushing. And I told her to look it up. She looked it up. She looked Hathor up because I had the dream as her with Hathor, and her birthday just so happens to be on Hathor's day. So Hathor's energy just recently passed. So she's a Leo, which makes sense. The cat energy. Chrissy V did the eyes at the cat. Why'd you do the eyes at the cat, Chrissy? I already know when those eyes come up for you, it's either some synchronicity or it's something that I'm tapping into, and you gonna be like, okay, so let me break that down. Okay, Kyla says she remembered me saying that too. Okay. Thank you, Positive, for the list. Okay. Yeah, so that's the energy that I see, and I can't help but to see it. Even just these cards in front of me right now, I'm looking at the back of them. They have that crown on them, and on the picture of Basset, which again is Bastet, she is wearing a no, she's not. I think that was segment. Okay. But anyway, I'm seeing a crown. Okay. Oh, I know why. I just thought of something. I know why Chrissy V is doing that. Okay. I remember. I remember now. Kyla said it was about my ancestors. Okay. Got you. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at that video. I go back and listen to them from time to time now that I talk to you all more and I know you all on a different level. Chrissy said, "Go and get you a cat friend." Now that I know you all on a different level, I go back and I listen to the lives and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that made sense. That's definitely, making sense. Okay. I'm gonna need to charge up this mouse. I don't even know. Do I have a charger in here? Yep. Let me charge up this mouse so it won't shut down on me. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold up. Didn't mean to push that. All right. And then so beam of light. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me. let me charge up just a little bit. Oh my God, I've been listening to a different video every day and taking notes. I'd be too involved during the actual live video. Yeah, I promise y'all, I barely, rarely remember what I say to y'all in the readings because it's really just my mouth being used by the ancestors, but I rarely remember, okay? But yeah, I when I do go back and listen to a few, I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, okay. All right. Okay, Bean, did you leave us, Bean? Okay, Raina, you still here? Um, ooh, excuse me, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the thumbs. Rena might be gone. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me grab me some chapstick, okay? Oh, my lips feel a little ashy over here. All right. Okay, Beam says she's still here. What's your question, Beam? Please. Um, Post your cue, Beam. Yes, rain down on us with a question so we can hopefully shed some light. Hopefully it'll be a question that other people have as well and they need to know. Blessed Hand said that is related to my Egyptian goddess segment. I know that's right. Blessed, go ahead and claim your energy. She said she's related to mine. I love it. Yes, that is your energy. I love it. I love, 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 love it. Speaking of which, oh, Beam of Light, she said she did. Post it for me again, please, because I didn't see it. You're welcome, Trisha. Yeah, it didn't come up. Okay. I got a new energy. I'll share it with y'all. Native American. Beam of Light said it's after Kyla's comment. Okay, my mouse is charging up, so I can't scroll. So could you please post it for me one more time, please, darling? I can't scroll right this second, and I don't want this mouse to die because then I won't be able to type anything. Or when it's time to end the live, I'm not be able to click on it. Yeah, the Native American Indian energy. I'll share that with y'all. I'll do that in the next live. They gave me a name and I Googled it and it's actually a tribe. And I have a statue. Of course, I had to get a statue. So okay, Bean, what's up, baby? What you got for me? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. She said, my dad's energy is around me. How or should I tap into his energy? Number one, you absolutely should. You are a product of him. You're his offspring. It's actually really offensive to not continue to communicate and honor our deceased loved ones. They lost their body, but they have not lost their essence, their consciousness. Okay. Their awareness is a little bit different. And it usually takes a few days for them to gain a different level. After you lose your physical body, you're still energy, and your energy is kind of discombobulated for different processing, a different processing period that your soul goes through. When I talk to you all about this kind of factory setting that I'm in, sometimes Souls are recycled, that energy is recycled. So souls go through a process where their physical body, after it has left, after their soul has left the physical body, the soul goes through a purification type process. Sometimes it takes 52 days, 80 something days. Different people evolve differently, and they're able to communicate with you clearer afterwards. My dad came to me a certain number of days later, sitting up in the same hospice bed, but he wasn't frail and couldn't talk and stuff. He was actually sitting up, and he talked to me in the dream state. So if they communicate with you, then you definitely want to communicate back to answer your question. So you want to go ahead and tap into his energy. How to do that? You just simply talk to him the way that you did when he was alive, or if you guys didn't have a really good close relationship, you could just start that. Dad, I know we weren't the closest when you were living. You know, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, whatever it is, because this is coming from your heart, so you have to say these things. So you just talk to him, work with him. My father was cremated. I have his ashes, so sometimes I'll take his ashes that are not in his. I bought him an urn, but I do have some of his ashes. That's when they gave me his ashes at the funeral home. They put him in this box, and I still have some of his ashes in there. Those are like my travel parts of him. Like when we would go, well, I've taken him to. He's probably been more countries than people who are living still have gone to. But I take him to different countries. I've taken him to different states and stuff like that. And so I connect with him that way. But it just depends on whatever you're comfortable doing. If you can get some graveyard dirt and you're comfortable doing it, putting that on the altar will connect you with him as well. Yes, he did come to me in a dream. Yeah, that's usually the first point of contact with them, with us, I'm sorry, is in the dream state. You okay? What? My cashew. There you go. You need a snack? Yeah. Boss, what's up? What it do, boss? Yeah, and that's why I mentioned that beam of light, because he was showing me himself coming to you in the dream form. Sometimes you don't get, I did not get a dream of my grandmother years later. Sometimes they don't. It just depends. But for him, I did see him come to you in the dream. Pinky Lee's dropping some knowledge, y'all. She says, yes, her dad is around her. He hovers over her like he's protecting the baby. There you have it. I mean, I don't even have nothing organized, and I'm just got all kind of stuff on camera. I need to straighten up this stuff behind me. Oh, it's a madhouse, I tell y'all. I'm gonna turn all this into my tarot stuff, because I'm getting rid of all these bags and stuff. I don't have a desire for them anymore, and they just collecting dust. But anyway, Pinky Lee is dropping some gems. He's hovering over you. So there you have it. You want to tap into that energy. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Light a candle for him. The other cultures do this all the time. Excuse me. Other cultures light those candles. They do all of that stuff. Okay. And Pinky Lee said, I already read her about her dad. There you go. And anybody that has the gift of sight can see these things, these energies for you. But to tap in yourself, like Pinky Lee said, he's hovering over you like he's protecting the baby. Reach up, and tell him thank you, your aunt and your dad. There you go. And I'm telling you right now, the energy of being protected from a father on the other side is like no other. I still have a stepfather that's living on this physical earth plane that is very protective over me too, which I've been having a lot of dreams. I've been calling him on the phone. Me and him been talking on the phone. That's the one that I was telling you all about that had COVID-19. Okay. But a father in the spirit world, I can't begin to explain how protected you are when you have a father over there. Okay. I think Rena might be gone positive for life. And Shantae is not getting a reading. So let's see what Javi talking about. So yeah, so just ride the wave of that protection and just call him in, you know, especially like my client told me today. I gave her spirit guide's name and she called on the spirit guide. The spirit guide had a full-on conversation with her that she wasn't even expecting to have. So now that you know, now that spirit has shown you, Pinky Lee's confirming that your father is protecting you, call on him for more protection even. You know what I'm saying? Javi, are you still here? Positive, you next. If Javi's not here, then I'll jump to your question. Okay. Javi, if you're not here, you're welcome, Beam of Light. And thank you, Pinky Lee, for helping her with that as well. Positive said general. Again, I feel like it is your grandmother's energy. And I went back and I listened to a deceased loved one's reading that I did for you. And I told you you had a female energy that was around you, and she was coming up as being very cloaked. And then I did see her spiritual evolution. That's your grandmother. And I think the last one we saw, like the butterfly. So I do feel like that particular energy is around you, and you need to tap into her energy. She's showing me that she wants you to draw her or paint her a picture or something. I don't know if this was like, it almost looks like the setting of a puzzle. You know how a puzzle will have like water, like they'll have land and there'll be water, then there'll be the sky, like a sunset. Okay. So paint her a picture. Yes, Jasmine, you will have to get a personal reading. I'm not tapping into Josh energy tonight. We're just talking about spirit. So the intentions, that will be a personal reading, okay? Um, the actual yes, I have a big canvas and trying to figure out what I want to paint. Yeah, she's showing me like a sunset kind of setting where it's almost like, I don't want to say it's a beach because it kind of looks like forest or woods behind. So like I'm seeing some land, like soil and grass, and then I'm seeing water, and then I'm seeing it's like layered. Then I'm seeing like forest, and then I'm seeing like the sky at the top of that. So it's like kind of layered paradise. That's what I'm hearing. This is an islandish energy. Okay. Um, yeah, Jasmine, I'm gonna put my email address in there. Those are going to be readings, okay? Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not tapping into that right now. I'm doing, just spirit messages. Now, yeah, you can email me for a reading, okay? Yep, positive paint something. That's what she's saying. And when you paint that painting is going to be like a portal as well, if that makes sense, for you to funnel that energy. Where she's showing me is a very beautiful setting. It's extremely relaxing and beautiful there. Okay. And it may be on an island. Okay. All right. Monica. Hey, Monica. Um, I wanted to know about my father. Okay. Um, hmm. Um, I'm seeing I don't know if there's a pet dog or a dog. Did he have a dog? That's a really good question. A lot of people have ancestors that they did not get along with. You had one, okay. And they want to know if they should work with them. For him, I do feel like it's a strong yes. Because in a way, he wants to make up for things. I'm hearing retribution. Okay. What they're saying is he wants to make up for bad dad, being a bad dad, but I see a dog. I don't know if your dad was like, a rolling stone or whatever, but he showed me instantly a dog. Okay. So he took me to the image of a dog, and it's a brown dog that he's showing me. Okay. So he used to watch my dog for me. Okay. He's showing me a dog. Um, he's showing me two dogs. He's showing me a brown dog, kind of like a cocoa color dog, but then he's showing me another dog. Okay, you said that was the color of your dog. Okay. This other dog though has like a red color. It's brown, but it has like a red color or red collar, but something red. So that dog that he used to watch um for you, y'all know I love tapping into some ancestors. I'm gonna do another ancestor deceased loved ones video next. Cause I just can't get enough of them. They can't get enough of me. I love tapping into that energy. They show me things on the other side, and so I have to go with that. I had two. One died. Okay, I got you. Cause he's showing me two dogs. So you have those dogs are dog, and y'all know when they say all dogs go to heaven, they really do go into the spirit world, right? Y'all see when my eyes get real big, that's emphasis, okay? Ooh. Kyla said our ancestors be lit. Let me tell you, y'all ancestors be super lit, okay? Like as soon as we finish an ancestor video, I'll be like, all right, let me go and get a lottery ticket. We need to do a lottery pool, okay? I don't know who gonna handle the money and the budget and going to get the tickets. We need one for all states. Cause look, we need to cash app each other. Here go my $2, my $3, whatever I need to put in the pot. Cause I'm telling y'all, the ancestors be super lit. Okay, Christy, you laughing at me? I'm telling y'all, yes, rainbow, positive life. I love me a good old ancestor reading. Let me, I y'all. Do I need to get tribal? Because I will scrounge up some ancestor energy in a heartbeat, okay? And they talk to me like we look, I don't need no cell phone or nothing like that. I just love me a good old ancestor reading. And Monica, your dad is showing me retribution. He wants to make up. Oh, I got chills. Oh God, I got chills. He wants to make up for what he was not able to do for you. Baby girls, what he's saying. You look like him too. Even if he might have at a point in time thought that he wasn't sure if you belong to him or something like that, or he didn't feel connected to you or something like that, he definitely is wanting to make it up to you now. I'm getting chills. Like I really could break down and cry because it's so emotional and intense. Yeah, you do look like him. He's showing me you look like him. Oh, y'all wrap y'all arms around Monica. I'm not gonna start crying because if I start crying, then I'm gonna have to go to sleep because I ain't gonna be able to see nothing. But I feel that energy is, oh my God, it is so intense. Yeah. And y'all, please don't get me started, cause I cried for like 3 or 4 months straight when my dad died, and I can't go back there. So I have to just put my big girl panties on and just push past these tears that I want to drop right now, cause I feel that energy and I know what that feels like. Okay. Um. Yes, we are all hugging you right now, Monica. Like it's real out here. We got your back, cause I'm telling you, like I feel it. He is like he's actually crying, and I'm not trying to make it worse, but yes, he is. He's actually crying. Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I promise y'all that, cause I can't do it. If I get upset with y'all, then I can't help y'all. So I gotta push past this. He's showing me the color blue. Like I don't know what he was um buried in, but he's showing me like blue, like a blue suit or like blue, something blue. He was wearing something blue. Okay, let me jump out of this energy because I know how you feel because I'm feeling it right now. Okay. Um, believe in yourself. You're very strong. He wants you to um walk in your strength. Okay. Um, your daughter. He kisses your daughter. He's around all of your children, but he kisses your daughter specifically, the baby girl. Okay. And he is coming through her, his energy. Okay. Um, so you may notice some mannerisms in your children of your father, because I'm something about the eyes too. Like, I don't know if your daughter is kind of like looking at something that you can't see, because babies do that. Me too, Christy V. Chills. Babies do that, and dogs, pets do that. Okay. Woo, let me get out of this energy. I'm like Mary J. Blige. I'm not gonna cry. I need to give me some black lipstick right now to do the rest of this video because I need to get in my Mary J energy. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears because I swear to y'all, um, I had to climb out of a hole. Positive life laughing at me. I had to climb out of a hole when my dad died. But when I got back up and like that song say, get back up again. We all fall down. And I just allowed myself to just slip in the hole. I said, just take me, Lord. I'm gonna just go on and leave with my daddy. I don't care how spiritual and woke I am or none of that. I'm just leave. When your father passes away, think about it. Just think about it on a deep tip. Before you were living inside of your father's, you know, loins. So you come from this man, and then you're extracted from him and implanted in your mother, but you originate from him, especially if you're female. You get your chromosomes and stuff from him. You are a copy of him. So when he passes away, for those of you who have not lost your father physically, you probably won't understand what I'm trying to express, but it's almost like you get that vortex tries to suck you up or something happens spiritually. And I have a lot of theories I don't want to really dive into. We just want to send Monica some love and light, but it's a whew, let me tell y'all, it is deep. Okay. Yes, Pinky Lee says the struggle is real. She's already crying. I'm telling y'all, like, it is, oh my God, it's unexplainable, unimaginable. I don't care if you're close or not. And not being as super close makes it worse. Okay. He's here for you, baby. He is um and he's saying, I'm here for you, baby girl. I got your back. I got you. You know, he is definitely, he wants to take care of you because he, in a way that he could not. Okay. And Kyla says, "Woo, child, sometimes I feel like I'm still in that hole. September will make 13 years. It doesn't get easier, right, Kyla? I'm not even going to be the one to lie and tell nobody. Oh, it gets easier with time. It gets better with time. No, it does not. I feel like I, at a certain point, just ran out of tears because I cried so much and I screamed and I yelled and I hollered so much. Um, you know, it doesn't get better. It just, you just start consuming yourself with other things and you just kind of, it's not always on the forefront of your memory. For a while it will be. Um, I just made the 2 year mark. So, it does not get the hurt and the pain unless you properly grieve and connect with him. The hopefully you connecting with him will be healing for you, talking to him and putting offerings out for him and working with him. That was how I got my healing. Okay. So yeah, we all in tears. June, everybody. Oh, we love you too, Monica. I'm telling you, that is what this is for. Blessed says we love you, Monica. Kai, we love you, June. Everybody, I'm telling you, we are sending that love. Like this is real. Like I feel this in my soul. We are sending you love because it is, oh my God, it's like, and then when you start meeting men and you have similar, you kind of attract the same energy that is unresolved with your father. So working with him should be a really good experience for you, bring a lot of healing, and then you can close that energy out, learn that lesson, and then you can attract the man that's meant to be there and that can help you. You know what I'm saying? Heal you. Not necessarily heal you, but to help you unpack some of those bags because your partner helps you. You know what I'm saying? They are not a doctor. They're not a therapist, a counselor. They help you unpack those things. Y'all, they got me good. They only had to prick me one time to draw my blood, but look at that. They got me. And I just felt it when I bent my arm. But Miss J said, I'll need to contact. I need one. Yeah, there is no closure like the healing of a deceased loved one. Okay. No closure like that. And that's why I believe in spirituality. Spirituality has saved my life. I have felt all kind of, highs and lows energetically throughout the course of my life. Let me just summarize it that way. And spirituality was what saved me and what kept me going. And when they started downloading messages and telling me, hey, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you the house, we're going to give you a job. You want to be an entrepreneur? Okay, we'll give you that. You want to go back to work? Okay, you can go back to work. Whatever I have wanted, they've given it to me as long as I agreed to carry out the mission, which is doing what I'm doing now, paying it forward with you ladies. And they're letting me know you went through all of these things. You grew up in this house. You went through these situations so that you can help other people on their journey. Okay. So that's what I am honored to do for you ladies. So never feel like you can't text or call me or email me. If I don't respond right away, it's because I'm working with another lady who needs help as well, or I'm doing something for myself, taking time out for myself and getting myself on track. Okay. But other than that, yes, we are a circle. Okay. And Positive said the other day I was sitting at the altar expressing. I said, I'm not going to call my father a sperm donor anymore, even though we don't have a relationship. Mindset is changing. I get it, Monica. Yeah, because sometimes and this is the message I've gotten from a lot of fathers. Again, if y'all read Deuteronomy in the Bible, it predicted that these things would happen where men would not be that where men would be separated from their children, the mothers would be raising the babies by themselves and stuff like that. These things were meant to happen for whatever reason, or they were set in place to happen for whatever reason. But these men, especially when they get on the other side, they look back and they are torn to pieces about it. So definitely practicing forgiveness to heal yourself and to connect with those energies is imperative. It is necessary. I have some people on the other side that it took me a long time to decide to work with, and the energies for them had to cool off. You have different ancestors for different reasons, different purposes. Because I got a lot of hothead ancestors. Um, a lot of dark energy ancestors. You work with them for different reasons. If you walk down the street, somebody, and you're in a threatening situation, call on those dark ancestors. They love stuff like that. Okay. And June feeling it too. See, you got all this love and light. Yeah, see, and you need it. We all can relate to one another. Positive for Life says, Blessed Hand says she's not close to her dad, but he surprised me how he cares so much, knowing how my marriage fell. And when I did her reading, I was telling her, you got to get in touch with your dad. Y'all got some unresolved issues, and it comes up when it is like that. Okay, I think the mouse pad is charged up, so I can scroll back up. It's a very imperative. Okay, who we got? Blessed, and then Angel, and then Pinky. Okay, thank you. Positive. Monica, you can be right before me. Okay. Okay. Okay, Monica C. Okay, thank you, Lee. And thank you, Positive, for the list. Okay, Blessed. I know you still here. I'm gonna just type the names in case y'all want to go back and look through look back at the live. You'll see where you were in it. Okay. Okay, Blessed. What question do you have for us, Ladybug? Um, that's what my stepdad calls me. That's why sometimes y'all will hear me say little stuff like that. My stepdad is amazing. Okay. So I have one dad in the astral realm and one dad that's still on the physical plane. I don't know if your grandmother, I don't want to say she sold food, like made hot plates for sale, but I see her in the kitchen. Um, she's talking about some cornbread and I see some fried fish. Um, make her an offering. Okay. Offer her a plate of food. Something that simple um, goes a very long way in the astral realm. Remember the Bible story? This just came to me, and I've never thought about it or broke it down like this. Remember the Bible story where Jesus had what, 2 loaves of bread and 5 pieces of fish, or whatever he had, and he fed so many. That's how far your plate of food will go in the spirit world. Just one plate of food. Okay. One glass of water, one plate of food in the spirit world is tremendous. And it energizes because guess what? Nobody else is feeding them. Okay. You cooked with her. Yes, whatever y'all cooked together, I'm seeing fried fish and cornbread, which sounds so good. Um, Feed her. She likes, for whatever reason, fish and cornbread. Okay. Um, when you two cook together, um, you need to work with her energy a whole lot more. You can, yes, bless the positive for life. Say everybody was fed, thousands were fed. You need to hone in on her energy a whole lot more. Okay, so for her, you need to put some little trinket. I don't know if you have a trinket of hers, but it's almost like a little. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple of things. I'm seeing an oyster that you can open up with a pearl in it. And then I'm seeing like a little jewelry box, but it's like the old ones when we were young that you open it up, it has the little music playing and stuff. I thought she wanted me to get a Bible one time, but I couldn't find it. It's interesting you said Bible because I was going to ask you if she was like a usher or somebody at a church because I saw her at church with all white on and some little thing over her head. Almost looks like I don't know. Do y'all have any Jewish ancestors? Because interestingly enough, I'm seeing the little thing she loves pearls. Okay, that makes sense. I don't want to mess up the name of it, but they wear them in the Jewish community, okay? The little cloth over the head, okay? Very conservative. Okay, white dress, yes. Very conservative, Southern Baptist. So not just the Bible, but anything religious, like a cross, okay, to connect with her. Um, and when you cook food for her, I don't know what her health was like before she transitioned, but don't put any salt on it. Don't put any salt on it, or she may not accept it. So cook her something bland. Okay. Her favorite color was mint green. Okay. Hmm. And it's so funny because when you said Bible, I was like, I saw that little green Psalms Bible I was telling y'all about. But I don't know. Also, I'm seeing a blue Bible. I don't know if her Bible was blue or black, a darker color Bible. Like when you said her Bible. Okay. Okay. I don't even know who Angel is. But yeah, Positive for Life brought up a good point. Yes, once you sow those seeds, it sprouts. Okay. Because the spirit realm is like a mirror reflection of this world, but things do get magnified. Okay. Like ancestor money you put out for your ancestors. Oh my God, it goes so far in the afterlife and it energizes them. Okay, Angel might not be here. Monica say Okay, we're making good time and oh, excuse me. We're making good time in 2 hours. Okay, and everybody has gotten a chance to get their questions answered so far. Yeah, bless you. I I was gonna ask you, I'm like, I don't know if she sold plates or not, and you said she didn't, but it's so interesting because I saw her cooking. But I definitely feel like the kitchen is a good place for you to put her energy or pull down her energy in the kitchen. You're welcome. Okay, Monica, see, what's your question? I know you kind of did you already ask? I don't know. Did you ask me already? I think you did, right? Or am I tripping? Okay. Oh, okay. No, I don't know why I thought. Oh, because we were talking about the cactus earlier. Okay. Boss, you must have a message for Monica C because you tiptoed right on in here. You got a message for Monica C? No, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. Boss has a message for Monica C. What you want to say? So, I would definitely say doing more road opener work, and my dog has a Papa Legba energy as well. And so the way he just got up, because he's laying on one of his little beds, which is on the floor in front of me, he got up and he came and he stood on my leg, and then he went back around and he came back, stood on my leg. So then he looked at me, took his paws off me, put his paws back on me. That to me is something trying to come through. And I'm definitely seeing Papa Leg, but now that I'm talking about it. So Monica C, if you want to work with any crossroad or road opening energy that will be helpful for you, whether that's Jesus, Papa Legba, Hermes, any energy that is going to take Ganesh, that is going to open the road to prosperity, remove obstacles. Okay. Angel in the art, who is my spirit guide, and what do they want me to know? Um, I don't have the strength energetically to channel any names from a spirit guide energy, or anything. But what I can say, Spirit does want you to know is they do want you to work with more energy for them. I'm saying a lot of angelic forces. You need to play some music, okay? You need to play a lot of music that has like harps and trumpets or any kind of angelic energy. I'm seeing like a choir, okay? Wow, I heard road opener this morning. Yes. Okay. Yes, Monica, road opening. So yes, Angel, Angel, you did if I'm not mistaken, order an altar kit. And I did include some angel incense because I channeled the energies and an angel came up for you. So don't quote me on the angel because, like I said, I don't have enough energy to channel. But if you do, if you did order an altar kit, like I think you did, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't do well with medicine, and I read the side effects of the medicines before I take it, and I always get them. I don't know why I read it. I might as well just spare myself. But yes, Angel, if you did order an altar kit for me, it did come with a pack of incense that I channeled. Okay. Okay. So hopefully that's helpful. Now, catch me, Angel, on the next, when I have more energy on another live. Y'all know how I get this time of the night. Okay. Monica C said I'm a little nervous. Someone told me, Papa, I killed a lady. Someone told me, Papa, I killed a lady. I don't know what that means, Monica. Okay, Pinky, go ahead and post your question. Or the message. It says retracted. Okay. Yeah, it says retracted on my end. Ali, why you look so surprised? Okay, Ali, don't come up in here on no troll tip. Okay. I'm surprised that you come up in here trolling. Let me go ahead and remove you and report you because I don't have time for no games, okay? Thank you, Pinky. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, my mom passed 7 months ago. I'm still shook. The struggle is real. Can you connect with her? Good night, blessings. I'll see you later, love. Thank you for stopping by. Your mother, you chose the mother that you chose to teach you a lot of life lessons, Pinky. I want to dig a little deeper into that when we do the next Ancestor Live. Simply because there were a lot of lessons in that particular energy um, to be learned by you. Kind of like some things like breadcrumbs, like Hansel and Gretel, how they left the little breadcrumbs to find their way back to the house. I don't know if you experienced a lot of colorism growing up, Pinky Lee. If someone was darker than the other person, like your mother ended, like what is being expressed to me right now is more so like the energy of a lot of I got was crumbs. Like some kind of biases. Um Y'all know how in the sororities back in the day they talk about the paper bag where they would hold up a paper bag to you to see if you were as light as or lighter than a brown paper bag in order to be a part of a sorority. Yes, I was lighter than my dark sisters, so I was the ugly black sheep. Yes, I'm saying colorism, and Chrissy V is saying yes. Okay, and Kyla's saying yeah. Yeah, Pinky, positive for life. Yeah, that is a horrible thing. I didn't want to just come right out and say it, but you had like a Cinderella experience, okay? Very bad colorism. So you were lighter. And I saw that they were darker, but I didn't just want to come out and say, you were light skinned, they were dark skinned, and they were, feeling some hateration. But okay, let's just kick it real. It is what it is up in here, right? I was always told I was ugly. And in the Cinderella story, what did the stepsisters do? They made Cinderella feel like she wasn't deserving of the prince. Oh, anybody but Cinderella, even them. They couldn't even fit the glass slippers. Their feet were too big. They didn't even have an attractive sexual appeal. But they made her, Cinderella, think that she was, not good enough. And people can play on your emotions like that. It's not about looks, it's not about any of that. It's about receptivity to energy, and people can beat you down to the point where you start believing this stuff. And then after people step on you so much and beat you down, y'all know what they do, they call you crazy. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm crazy because you wicked and you mean and you cruel and you treating me like I ain't nothing. So after all of that, now I'm crazy on top of that. And and that happens. You have a lot of people that will commit suicide allegedly and things like that because they've been beat down so much. And then when they commit suicide, y'all know what them people say after they gone? Oh, I told y'all she was crazy. I told you. Look, this fool and went out there and killed themselves. No, your ass need to be in a jar somewhere because that is horrible that you had to go through that. Because I can feel it, I can see it. That was the first thing that came up. You know, um, you know what I'm saying? Positive to positive for life says she resonates. Um, a lot of us can identify, and April B is saying she can identify. Um, Piggy Lee said, "Show them my picture. I'm not ugly." No, she's not ugly. She's gorgeous, and we know that. And it has nothing to do with how you look. It is an energy, and there was something in that energy that you needed to learn. Okay, it kind of thrusts you on your spiritual journey when you go through that kind of experience. She's not ugly at all. Okay, y'all see this? She's not ugly. We can tell, we can feel your energy. You're not ugly, okay? Um, I really hate that. And I can relate as well, okay? Some of my folk come on here and watch, so I'm not going just really talk about it because I've forgiven people. They've been punished. They have had that ass whooping from spirit for messing with they baby. Y'all know I'm spirit baby. Spirit little sneaky call 911 from somebody else's house, baby. Y'all might be that little sneaky baby, but I'm still spirit baby. So my folk have gotten punishment for fucking me over and stuff like that, but that's all in the past now. So I can, now that I'm on the other side, talk about it. I'm not calling no names and stuff like that though, out of respect for my folk. But I can relate too, and it's unfortunate for me to be able to relate. Um, what I can say, the overall message is for you to be on this spiritual journey. Sometimes you have to go through something in order to get something, like Betty Wright said. And I keep channeling her. I've been hearing that song in my head ever since the last live. Actually, ain't that right, baby boss? Boss baby, that's right, ain't it, baby? Um, he turned around towards me now that we talking about this. So he's sending y'all some love too. I had been channeling Betty Wright a couple of months before she died. I actually had a song of hers that was playing over and over in my mind for a few, actually since this time last year. And I was sharing that energy. Um, and I'm hearing that in order to get something, you gotta go through something. And that's what she said song. I'm not trying to sound cliche, but you have to go through something. You have to have a story. If you want to be a Disney princess, you have to have a story. You have to be Cinderella. You have to, if you want to be Princess Tiana, you have to get turned into a dang on frog, for God's sake. You have to go through something. You're not just going to be a Disney princess and you're not going to have a story. Nobody's going to want to watch the show. So that is just me, just, being as blunt as possible. We all have something that we went through. You know what I'm saying? Right. Pinky Lee said, but wait, fat and ugly. Right. Ugly where? Fat where? What's ugly? You know what I'm saying? Child, I done been called fat and ugly when I was the skinniest person in the whole dang on family. And I mean, child, we don't even have to go there, right? But I mean, we're here, so let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We all grown. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. We grown and we sexy. You know what I'm saying? Um, People, when you have a light that shines around you and it comes from within. That's why I always talk about the sacral chakra or the womb or the pocketbook, that area, because it's holding all these things in here. You got to clean it out. People see that light, your solar plexus, that's the sun, the seat of you. And we all grown in here. This is your solar plexus, your sun. When people feel that and they see that joy radiating from it, it's almost like flies on number two. They want to dim that light. They want it out by all means necessary. And even me in the spiritual world and looking like I do and dressing like I dress and being how I am. Excuse me, I had somebody that told me that a real hoodoo conjure woman gotta look all, I guess she gotta look like an old wicked witch of the I guess she had to look like my friend right here, this kind of witch, you know what I'm saying? Okay, boo boo, go on out there and find you somebody else then. You don't know what energies I'm working with. This is just this is my shell. You know what I'm saying? I could be working with some swamp energies out here. You don't know who's on my spiritual posse. You know what I'm saying? But people do you like that. They make you feel like you're not good enough. First they tell you think you're better than them. Then they make you feel like you're not good enough. Well, hell, which one is it now? Now either I'm too good or I ain't good enough. Those are my only options. Either I think not you saying this is what you think and you can't take it. You too uncomfortable to deal with me wearing a tight dress and showing you what the gods gave me. You see what I'm saying? You can't take that. So now I think I'm better than you. But what you really trying to tell me is I'm not good enough. So which one is it? You know what I'm saying? The struggle is real. I'm telling y'all. The struggle is definitely real, but you have to learn the lesson and you sign up for these things, and you sign up for these things for a very specific reason. So where you are on your journey, oh, thank you, Monica. Love you too. Where you are on your journey is because of the struggle that you have gone through. Yeah, the struggle is really hard, Pinky Lee, and I know that feeling. Why y'all think I left Memphis? Um, I need an amen choir because I was 27 years old, 26. Yeah, 26 years old. And I got in my car and I left. Okay? I was like, "Oh hell no. Y'all play too many games, y'all doing too dang on much. I'm outro. I'm gone." Okay. Me and my chillin', as old folk in the South say, me and my chillin'. My daughter was not even in preschool yet. She went to preschool in Alabama and she went to kindergarten in Atlanta. And my son was in the second, no, he was in the third grade in Alabama. We only stayed in Alabama for a year. When my lease was up, I was gone. He went to school in third grade in Alabama. Fourth grade, he was in downtown Atlanta. We moved. I had my kid's father. He made really good money. He drove trucks. People was like, you rather leave and go to Atlanta and struggle and do this and that by yourself? Absolutely. A peace of mind is priceless, and I wanted my headspace clear, so it was all about me getting away from people and situations that made me feel less than or feel like I wasn't good enough. And it's so crazy. Either you're telling me I think I'm all that, or you're telling me I'm not good enough. Either which way, I'm going to leave you right here to talk to your own self, because I'm going to go. Okay. I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to go. So when you're dealing with those kind of energies, you just have to boss up. It's just no other way around it. You just have to boss up. You just have no choice but to boss up. and become a boss. You know what I'm saying? And by boss, I'm saying own your own energy and walk in your own truth. Don't let nobody else bring you down. Don't let them sisters who can't even fit in your shoes make you feel no type of way. No more. That's, you gotta get over that. And by getting over that, you gotta realize this whole time they was trying to make me think it was something wrong with me. It was them all along. You see what I'm saying? Christy V said, yes, spirit baby. um, you know what I'm saying? You have to. Monica C said, when all this COVID mess is over, it'd be great if we could all rent a ranch or Airbnb and meet up and do some spiritual work together. Absolutely, Monica C. That would be amazing. Okay. Right. Pinky Lee, no test, no testimony. And I'm telling you right this second, it's a collective energy. It is a collective energy, and you see it a lot in the spiritual community because it's what thrust a lot of us on our spirit journey. Like I said, I tried therapy when I was in Alabama. I was like, maybe I am crazy because everybody's like, now you, oh, you really crazy. Now you done left us all down here. We can't break you down no more. We can't make you feel bad no more. Oh, you really crazy. You done left us all down here. Who we gonna pick on now? Who we gonna tell now that they think they all that? Who we gonna call fat that's really skinnier than me? Who we gonna mess with now? Each dang on chother, cause I'm gone. Okay, so now I'm crazy because I done left. I'm crazy if I stay. I'm crazy if I left. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do now. So that's what you have to affirm. You have to say, well, I know what crazy looks like. And crazy looks more like what you guys are doing. Because there's no way that if you compare my behaviors, my actions to yours, there's no way. If I'm crazy, you're freaking insane. You see what I'm saying? And those are the ones that try to bring your energy down. So when they do that, you flip it on them. Okay, I got you. I'm going to boss up. I'm going to realize that your energy is so blocked, so damaged, so hurt, so envious because you can't fit my shoes, that you want to make my shoes impossible for even me to walk in. You see what I'm saying? That's what you want, but you can't win. You cannot have that. Okay? Don't let them have it, Pinky. I done preached, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is some real stuff. Anybody that's dealing with it. And guess what? The ugly duckling inherited the house. Right, exactly. And I'm telling you, Monica C blowing smoke. You see what I'm saying? Yes, vampire energy positive. And that's insecure. That's why, yes, June. And it's not even a thing because I don't care how much you give, how much you share, how much you try to bring them in on blessings. They will try to bring, whew, y'all. See, I have a real story. I'm not one of these people that's up here like, oh, my life is perfect. And spirituality has been perfect as well. And oh, I know, I'm telling y'all, you have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And you have to not fear any evil. You have to know that this is what rock bottom feels like. I have nowhere to go but up from here. That's the life of a true spiritual journey. Like, okay, I might as well call on my ancestors because at the rate I'm going, I'm about to be an ancestor because I can't deal with this over here on the physical plane. And then you have to get to the point where you build that bridge and you're able to walk across it and you're able to see the light on the other side. And the people that may have hurt you are the very ones that are going to reach back and heal you. Okay. April telling me to speak on it. So I'm feeling that a lot of you all have gone through this before. Beam of light says their issues make you stronger. Yes. Positive for life. Low self-esteem. That's something they have to learn. I know who I am. Been dealing with it since the day I was born, from elementary to college. Amen. Pinky Lee, I finally got my prize after all the BS, the house of inheritance. I'm blessed. Yes, you're definitely blessed. Okay. And let me tell y'all the true life story of a real healer. Guess who I have to do work for now? Good old fat, ugly, crazy. have to burn up all kind of candles, good old fat, ugly, crazy, have to do all kind of spiritual work. But guess what? Good old fat, ugly, crazy be like, run me my coins. I'm gonna do the work for you. Cause I love you and cause I ain't no hate. I never did hate on you. You hated on me. Okay. What's the past tense of hated? Hate. Hated? Oh, you hated on me or you were hating on me, whatever. I'll work with you because spirit told me to do it and they don't let me certain work, they'd be like, oh hell no. But spirit, I want all of my people to be, on up and up. But you're gonna have to pay, boo boo. You're gonna have to go ahead and give me that coins retribution. Okay. Yeah, like positive like said, it's silly. It's real silly. And people tell y'all, Lynn got on down and didn't even give y'all my phone number at certain times. That's how much I am not playing games. When I tell y'all you have to protect your energy at all costs, you have no choice. That's all you have is your energy. When you sick and on the shut-in list and you at the doctor and stuff, that's because your energy is broken. Your energetic body has been attacked and something has penetrated and gotten through that protective shell like an eggshell and has cracked it. Now it's on the inside of you, your physical body, which is it's encased by that protective. Once you penetrate and you crack through that and you getting out to me, I got to go. Maybe like that hateration. I got to go. I can't deal with you. I'm gonna just leave it in the ancestors' hand. Turn it over to Jesus, and He'll work it out. Okay, and I'm gonna have to dip out because I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's anybody that's trying to bring your energy down. Family, loved ones, lovers, they bring your energy down a whole lot. Especially as women that are, going through our healing journey, we attract a lot of broken individuals that are trying to feed off of that energy, that cosmic life force energy in our wombs. Okay. And Monica C, April, you laugh. And Monica C said, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I have a glass of water on my altar, and each day it looks like it's going down. Am I tripping or not? No, it's evaporating. For one, that's a natural process that happens with water. But for your ancestors, they do drink it. My ancestors will guzzle down some liquor, honey, especially some good old moonshine, some old country bootleg liquor. They will guzzle that thing down, and it don't take no, few days. They can drink half of that in a day, but that's because I'm pulling down a lot of energy. And yeah, liquor is good to feed them. That the alcohol contains spirits, the ethers, and the different gases that alcohol is composed of is spiritual energy. That's why they call the liquor store the spirit store in some places. That's one of the best things to offer your ancestors outside of the water, is some alcohol. Okay. Chrissy V said, oh, you preaching to me. Cues the choir. Okay, come on. Put on the robe and tell the story how you made it over. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I can take y'all to church because when I did meet my dad's side of the family, which I did not meet them until I was in the third grade. I met them, bumped into them here and there, but they never claimed me. But then when I finally went around and they were welcoming and open to me, they treated me like I was different and stuff like that. I went through it, y'all, because on my dad's side of the family, everybody has really curly, long, wavy hair. And I'm a little bit lighter than them. So it was just, child, the war of the worlds, just crazy grown folk doing stuff to chillin', as they say in the South, messing with chillins' heads, messing with your mind, just screwing you up for when you become an adult. You have to figure all these things out. And that's what spirituality helps you do, is to, sort through the madness. But when I did meet them, my dad didn't, he wasn't really coming around, but I went to my grandmother's house every weekend. When I met them, from the weekend I met them to, every weekend till I started working and stuff when I was 16. I went to church every Sunday. Like I told you all, I was ordained, and when I was young, My pastor favored me. Y'all know I always get that favor. My pastor favored me, and my grandmother was the head of the usher board. So I learned a whole lot about the, back office side of the church as well. But I can run y'all down through some Sunday services. So I don't just come equipped with spirituality. I do know a lot about religion and how to use that to work in your favor. So you don't want to throw away your Bible. And I was telling y'all that before on the live. Cannot stress that enough, because I have to tell a lot of my newbies to the spiritual community, don't throw your Bible away just yet, because there's a lot of good stuff in there, especially with those Psalms. Okay. Angel says, no, Monica, you're not. I put a cup of fresh coffee. And went down. I just smiled. Yes, my grandfather takes coffee every day. My grandmother that I grew up with, I told you guys she loves her liquors. Okay. Oh, I'm drinking out of an empty cup. Um, my dad used to drink a lot, but in the end he didn't. So I don't offer him alcohol. You can get those tiny little bottles and put those on there for them too. Pinky Lee said, yeah, I attract a lot of broken people. Yeah, because you're a healer. And like I told y'all before, people don't go to the doctor to just walk in and be like, what's up, doc? Like you on a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They are not walking up in there. Hey, how you doing, Doctor Such and Such? I'm just coming up here to say hey and check on you. No, they coming up in there because they like, please help me. I'm over here hurting. I'm messed up out here. As they used to say in the South when I was growing up, I'm shot to the curb. That's when you just real bad and just done out there, and shot to the curb. They broken, and they coming to you for healing. I attract a lot of people like that too, outside of just my clients. Like dealing with people in my love life. I've attracted a lot of people that I've had to do a lot of spiritual work on. You know. The fact that Pinky's topic is related to me. Oh yeah, she posed that question for all of us. Save the best for last. Where Christy V at? Cue the choir. What color robe we wearing today? How they march in the South? When they march in, if you ain't never been to no Southern service, or even y'all up top, if you've never been to a service where the church choir did not march in, I encourage you to type in Mississippi Mass Choir and watch that choir march in. Watch that choir. Let them close the doors of the church and let that choir march in down them aisles. You will kick your shoes off. Christy V said royal blue and gold robes. That's what I'm saying. The royal, I'm telling y'all, it'd be like coming to America when that choir march in. And then see, Christy from Mississippi, she already know what I'm talking about. The Mississippi Mass Choir ain't no joke. Them folks had jerry curls and bifocals on back in the day. And when I tell y'all they could sing, okay? Sing. All right. Yeah, positive. You got to get that school situation worked out. And Monica C said, right, it's been 2 days in the water. Mm-hmm. Pinky Lee said, how I got over. My soul looks back and wonder how I made it over. Yes. When you put on that robe and tell the story, your soul look back and say, how did I make it here? Y'all listen. Y'all see me sitting here in Virginia right now, living my best life. My soul has made it over. I had to go through hell. And when they say make it over, they talking about make it over the dragon's lair. You have to slay dragons to get that robe. That robe Christy V talking about. When we talking about putting on that robe, that's when all your work has been completed, mission accomplished. You get that stamp of approval. The army of the angels says, welcome to the team. For a lot of people, that does not happen until they transition and leave this physical earth realm. Some of us figure out how to do it while we're still in our shell, in our physical body. But I'm telling y'all right now, if you are wearing a robe, if you're on your spiritual journey, you got that robe, it is a badge of honor. You have earned it, baby girl. You have earned that robe. Don't ever feel any kind of way for wearing that robe. Because I'll tell y'all, I will walk up in a church and shut it down. I was dating an ex, and I got the recording on my iPad to prove it. I was dating an ex before I got married, and she was heavy into the church. She didn't understand my spirituality at all. She wasn't open to it at all. I said, okay, I'm gonna show you I can rock with the church. See, because I know what to take away from the sermon. So she lived in Albany, and I went to a service with her. Her pastor made me stand up, and I stood up. I was cute. I had on me a cute little dress, with my little white sweater, real Southern Baptist, because that's how I was raised. And I stood up like he told me. He said, I want everybody in this church to send energy to this young woman to lay hands towards her. So I'm looking around like everybody in the church. So I closed my eyes, and I felt all of this energy coming over me. And he said, this person is going to be very great, very powerful. Um, Ashe. He was talking about how many people I was going to heal and how many people would know me. And basically, he saw me doing what I'm doing now, sitting in front of you all, because he said that I will be working with celebrities, and I have had some people that have a little hint of fame contact me and reach out to me so far on this journey. And a lot of you are, famous individuals in the making. Your names will be on the big screens as well. So, like I tell everybody, don't throw away your Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's your ammunition. Don't throw that away. You know? Yeah, Pinky Lee, my soul looks back and wonder how I made it over. But the best part of the song is when that Mississippi Mass Choir slow down and they start whispering. Soon as I get, and then they hit that high note, home. It's all about coming home. And when they talk about coming home, like I said, it's either a transition from this physical realm to spirit, or it's a coming home to your higher self and who you truly are. Because all of that stuff happens, all that foolishness happens, and then you circle back to who you are, and you come home to that, to her, to who she is. She's a God. Okay. In the Bible, it tells you that ye are gods, but you have to go on this obstacle course or this journey to find that out and to realize that. Okay. It's literally like a video game. Okay. And Trisha said, why my dad haven't connected with me from the other side? He did some dirty stuff to me before he died. That could very well be why. He could be feeling very regretful. Until that energy is recycled, you can confront him though. Confront him. Confront him. Make peace with him though, but confront him. Pinky said I sung in a choir. I'm telling you, if you didn't, you do now. Cause I'm telling you, all I'm hearing is the energy of these songs. Okay. Monica C said I brought a grateful sign, and I also have rose with my altar showing gratitude. Yes, gratitude is important. Even if you read the book The Secret, they talk about gratitude being the secret, basically. For anybody who's trying to figure out what is the secret, because I hear them talking about it. This is not, I still don't understand. The secret is gratitude, okay? Because you have a lot of different laws, universal laws. The law of gratitude is one of them, okay? Chrissy V said, yes, if they had on those bifocals, they're fixing the same. Yes, the bifocals and the Jerry curls. Sometimes I just be sitting at home and I go on YouTube and I will Google Mississippi Mass Choir and just listen to me a good old song and let my spirit get the boiling and let those juices flow. I get a lot of my spiritual downloads listening to those songs, believe it or not. And we all know when we were in church and we would get that, they call it the Holy Spirit, that kundalini rise up and you just feel it. And like they say, it's like fire shut up in your bones. You can feel it when it get the roaring inside of you like a tiger. If you don't feel that, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But a lot of people act like they don't feel nothing. I be like, oh, okay. I be like, I'm Miss Steely on Color Purple or Suge Avery on Color Purple or somebody, because them songs get me going every time. Yes, Trisha said Holy Ghost. Let me tell you something. They gets me going, okay? So, I don't know. I be like, I don't know what church I grew up in, honey, but over here in Memphis at Robin Hood Lane Southern Baptist Church, baby, where I got anointed under Pastor Eugene Cochran, where my grandmother was the head of the usher board, and where if you come and you sit down on the front two pews, everybody gonna look at you like you crazy because that's reserved for the motherboard, okay? Or the old gray hairs of the churches, they call them when you're getting baptized, okay? Like if you don't get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? And you bet not park in pastor's parking space either, unless you want the church to tow your car with their bare hands. Okay. So I grew up in that kind of structure and where we harness the energy of true spirit. I've seen people run through the church kicking their shoes off and look like they slung their body all around the church, and then at the end of the service, when it's time to go and eat and have fellowship, they looking like ain't nothing happened. And I'm looking like, weren't you just a quarterback or whatever? I don't know all these football terms, and my wife sleep. Weren't you just running through here, like slamming yourself up against the wall, and you don't have a scratch on you? So it's almost like when you're watching a voodoo ceremony where someone gets ridden by a luau and they ride you, and they attached and they ride you good, and they just have you acting wild and crazy, eating glass and stepping on rocks of fire and all this good jazz. And then you come out unscathed and you looking like, what happened? And everybody looking at you like you was just eating glass, you was just stepping on hot coals, but you don't feel none of that though. No, because spirit was moving through. I grew up in that kind of church. I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in that kind of church, okay? Christy B said she's screaming. It was bare hands. Yeah, April B laughing too. June said, I have the Holy Spirit. I be trying to interpret it. Kundalini energy. And Trisha said, are you selling those scarves on your head? I got this from this African lady who owns a store here. Y'all know people always giving me something. She gave me this and some fabric. She thought I was, well, I have Nigerian blood, but I ain't been to Nigeria a day in my life. But when I came in with my mask on, and when I'm wearing my mask, um, I must come off different in looks or energy, because we'll go to an Ethiopian store or restaurant. We walked in the Ethiopian store one time and they started speaking whatever to me. They even walked up to us. My wife is asleep. Where were we? We were somewhere and they walked up to me and started talking some Ethiopians, and I was looking at them like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not even Ethiopian. uh Trisha said make some glitter face masks. I can do that. That would be pretty. Um I'm telling y'all, it's real out here, okay? So use that same energy that they try to introduce you to in the church for your spirituality. Use that power, okay? April B said, I did too. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. Oh, wow. Pinky Lee said her grandfather was a pastor, passed away while preaching his last sermon one Sunday morning. I'm pretty sure that's the way he wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? If that was his life mission and purpose, I'm pretty sure that's the way he wanted to go. Trisha, it's so interesting you say that, because I was looking at some mask, and I bought some feathers. I said I wanted to make an elaborate mask for Oshun. You read my mind. The feathers are right in front of me. I don't have any over here. Let me grab them right quick because you read my mind, Trisha. I said that I found these little feathers right here, and I said I wanted to put them on some masks. And that's so funny you said that. Chris, if he said I experienced spirit like that, it will start in my left hand and move through my body. I'm telling y'all, it is. It's like they say, like fire shut up in your bones. Once you experience that, I don't care what your spiritual beliefs are, because that's a spiritual experience. I don't care what your religion or spiritual beliefs are. Take that and harness that energy, because it's the Holy Spirit. Okay, doesn't matter the name. It does not matter the name. When you embody the Holy Spirit like that, you got to let that thing work through you. Okay. Yeah. Do the spiritual work, taking action. I set the intentions finally alone. I need to see to get the craft supplies I need. Yeah, I'm telling you, you need to be over there crafting. Oh, okay. Post on PayPal. Trisha said send mine first. Um, yeah, I really hate, this thing going on out here in this world, because I would love to be at a market somewhere. Because when spirit inspires me to make stuff, I make it. I've always been like that. When I was a little girl, I used to draw myself with a briefcase, and I said, when I'm an adult, or as I would say when I was little, when I get grown, I'm going to be a boss. I didn't know what it was going to be. Like I said, I thought it was going to be an attorney, a doctor, something like that, because I was very smart and gifted. Thank you, spirit, in that capacity, where I very well could have been those things, and I am those things on the spiritual tip. But I thought that I was going to be like an attorney. I would always draw myself with a briefcase. Whenever I would draw myself, I always had a briefcase on, and I always had a necklace with a heart pendant. Okay. Um, it does feel like fire for real. It is fire. It's Kundalini energy. It's fire. Okay, and we'll talk more about that in another video, so I can kind of break that down for you all. Okay. Um, so yes. So I'm gonna end it here. Oh, thank you, Christy, for the 1111. I appreciate it so much. And I thank you all for all of your donations whenever I get them. I'm filled with gratitude. I'm very grateful for the donations. And the seeds that you all sow. You know, you all know that I do feed um spirit and my ancestors a lot, and I appreciate you all sharing your money with me, your financial blessings with me, so that I can do more on my end as well. Okay, I definitely appreciate it. And Chrissy said, "You welcome, love, and thank you for everything." You're welcome, most definitely. All of you are, and I appreciate you all just as much as you all appreciate me. Okay. Beam of Light says, "Good night to all and sleep well." Ashe, thank you, Beam of Light, for that energy. Positive for life. My thing is the fact Lynn taking the time to give us all this information. We should put it into action. Of course, I mean, like I told y'all, it's a part of the agreement that I made. Okay. Pinky Lee will send you another donation tonight. Thank you for all you do. Oh, I am so happy. To be a beacon of light for you, Pinky. I feel like you needed all your sisters to come together and get rowdy with you and let you know it's not just you. Thank you. You're welcome, Trisha. Definitely thank you so much for providing me with that mothering energy too, Trisha. And yeah, Pinky Lee, you're not by yourself. You got some, I'm telling y'all, the spiritual goons, that's who you want to call on, because they are out here. My granddad is one of my spiritual goons. If anybody so much as breathe on me wrong, I'm gonna tell y'all this quickly before I go. I had a little vision board party at the beginning of the year. It was at the end of December. I'm sorry, at the end of the year. And here at this house, we'd only been here a couple of months, but I invited some people here. And my ancestors did not like a specific energy. I'm gonna keep it at that. I had an Ogun candle lit. When I tell y'all the candles started cracking, my fireplace would not work. And then when it did work, because we kind of forced it, we lit the fire itself outside of the actual lighting the fireplace. When I tell y'all the smoke was so crazy, we had to douse it out with water. And then when this one particular person, I wouldn't lie to y'all. This one particular person who the energy was not rocking with started talking because I had everybody go around the room and talk about their vision board. This one particular person started talking, and the fire lit up whoosh out of nowhere. And one of my friends, he tapped me on my leg. He said, he calls me Oya. He said, Oya, I saw y'all pour water and douse that fire out. How was that fire coming back on? I told him, I said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna talk to you offline about this. So your ancestors will go to war for you when something ain't right, somebody ain't right, somebody trying to come up in your house and stuff like that. When you done laid down all these things and did all your protection and stuff, like in the church, turn it over to Jesus. He'll work it out. You just turn that stuff over to them. And don't go around worrying about this stuff no more, y'all. It's time out for worrying. One of the last things we need to be doing as spiritual warriors and goddesses is worrying. I can't even talk. We need to be warriors and not warriors. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Look, this thing got laid and my mouth thing got all twisted up. Instead of us being concerned about things, we need to be proactive. Okay. So get your goons, get your warriors, and tell them I invite you to come into my home to protect me, to carry me for the unseen things that I don't know, unseen enemies. Okay. All right, Pinky Lee. Good night, my love. Wishing you good luck and everything in your new house. Okay. Positive energy. Okay. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and rest. Thank you, positive. I am. I'm gonna go ahead and end it for y'all. So I send you all in lights. Y'all know I gotta be theatrical. I send you all in love. But I'm being a drama queen, okay. But I'm also being real. I'm sending y'all love. Thank you, June. Thank you, boo. All right, love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Talk to you all on the next live. Yes, Pinky, I'm gonna go ahead and partake in something right now. I'm gonna get some of those grapes, okay? All right, you all. Have a good night. Be blessed, you all. Love you all, and to all a good night. Okay? Peace.